Yesterday my stream was like super bad because I was my non-like stream because because for some reason he doesn't have internet. Next Conic Sway man. Shout out to you. I'm trying to learn the Conic Sway mode. I'm trying to learn how to do that. Well, I basically know now. And I'm gonna start using it like right off the bat like that. Instead of just doing like 90s. Like right off the bat though. Like, and then I'll start doing my 90s when I'm up there. So like this, boom, holy shit. Put them on top. You can do this too, and then edit this. Then you can be even more safe. But that's preference. Yeah, I guess I do one map, finally. Or you could just do non-diesel, right? And then when trying to build up, like you might switch this ramp. No, switch this ramp. Do this. Do fake. I would just put a floor up here. Start building, boom boom, put 2 floors up, come here, and then do my 90, and go crazy with the 90s from there. Easy high ground. New meta? Maybe. Yeah, we're coming crazy with the metas, dog.
Alito, can you move over there a little bit? I need to move something right here.
What?
That máquina.
Or you could just do this, maybe. If you're goggy.
All your stuff over here.
Yeah, I got it.
They scoot a little bit. Yeah, it's over. Yep, it's okay. No, you can stay right there. You can throw all the stuff.
I got a little brother,
I
dog.
just need to throw this stuff.
Boom, 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 boom. Connect there. No, I could just do this. Bend it off. It's so weird though. I'm not like used to it or anything. There's one actress are using it. I'll look up and see one of his videos.
This way,
Like his videos are like insane. He's insane in one vlogs. You guys want me to 1v1 him? I'm gonna get destroyed, dog. Yeah, that's what I'm practicing for, dog.
Oh man.
He's nasty, dog.
He does not die.
He doesn't play streams now. Because of his name, like it's sick horrible or something. So because of his
There you can stay right there. In this That's it. No, it's a big foot.
Nobody really uses 90s like that. If you're not good at 90s, then you're not like good off Fortnite. Because 90s are like the easiest thing now.
You go for the World Cup? Yeah, I'm gonna play the World Cup.
Hey,
Did I not place a pyramid? That's awkward. Fucking weird. guy's trying to freaking. Yeah, got it. Nice. My bad, that's mine. Good job. Easy shit for you. Let's go. Alright. This kid just goes up. I love it, bro. I actually love it. How rare is it for you to lose a build battle? Never. Never. I was streaming. Yeah, I saw it. And I didn't lose. I mean, I lost one time, but I got one tap. That's good. Keep streaming, bro. Yeah, I saw you said 11K viewers. That's awesome. On YouTube too, right? That's sick. Good shit, bro. That's dope. What's this guy doing? What the F? Alright. Down under you? It's just two. I think these guys.
Anybody trying to run doors? Anything?
I don't think.
Probably get better concentration on doors.
What the? Alright. What's your highest skill game? 34. Alright. Don't be fight build battles, killing people, then answer my question after. This kid. Okay. Behind you. Oh, here we go. What's the guy supposed to do? Poor guy. Okay, look at this guy, huh?
Play in the tournament mode. There you go.
The baby's nose is bleeding.
Brown really do that. Like that shit that Sway does, it makes my ass dizzy, bro. Like he really does some crazy shit. Like I can't even compare.
over.
Yeah, they're for 36.
Guys, what skin should I mean? Let's see. I mean this.
Oh my god.
It has to be a skin that I really like. The skin I really like.
Oh yeah, he's white. Super white. God.
Yeah, I'm moving this skin. Where's my skin, man?
Dude, I got hit by a flintlock and it make back when I was watching that, how did none of that destroy?
Didn't throw this out.
God.
Jaden, can you throw this out?
You live?
Jaden, throw this out. Throw this out. These kids.
Yeah, I just got noted. Oh my fucking god. Got noted, bruh. Where's it at though, bruh? There it is. There it is, bruh. Come on now, Sway, we did it. Oh my god, we played 10 years. I'm fucking done, yo. Let's go. I'm fucking done. Oh my god, that took so long. Oh my, you don't understand, bruh. I'm fucking done. That took forever. Oh my god. Holy fuck. You got 4.1K here, bro. It's been like 2 seconds. Oh my fucking god, yo. What? I went for 4K. Yeah, we went. 4K viewers. 4K viewers in like 5
I'm really that bad, dog.
Wait. Wait, no, I have to add you. No, you have to add me. No, I have to add you. You're in a whole different epic? Yeah. Type it. Type it on Discord. You gotta put the smiley face and everything. Oh my god. You had me, bro. Add me. Okay, matter of fact, look. Add me. I'm gonna send you. I'm copying it. Yeah, I'm gonna copy mine and give it to you. No, I'm copying. I can't do that. Give me yours. Yeah. Give me Twitter. Check Twitter. You give it to me. I do. What's good, everyone? Bro, like first stream in like what? You find the right sense of. So. Stop it, guys. Like, what the hell? Gotta be fucked up. Hello? Come to the bank, yes. Come to the bank, yes. I'm gonna beat her back. My pops used to run.
Just get out there. It will fit right through there. But there's a big space right there. Right there. And I'm not going to get right there. A big space. We get under that. Get this out, baby. Get this baby out. Okay. Come in here.
Say, you know I don't got a mic, bro. I'm gonna be talking on my phone. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. What you think about Vade, bruh? That's alright. Dang, shut the fuck up. Ew! I'm playing like ass. Eat that. Eat that. Oh, I love you, I love you. Derek, what are you building? Bro, it's hard playing with no audio. We got no audio?
Oh my god, and then just wait. Right there. Keep pushing. No, no está bien, así. Right there. Do this. Then let's do one more. Right. Do this. Push this, guys. Oh, that's a really bad thing. Look, it's stuck right there. I need to put my hand right there so it doesn't go that way.
I'm trying to play with somebody, dog. We could get mad dogs. I'm trying to play with Jaden, Javian. But I don't know his fucking Fortnite name. Well, I basically do, but I just don't know it.
Do this, guys.
Or like, it doesn't work. So, I've been like, chasing the shit. I'm on rare. I probably see me. Where do I see myself, man? I see myself single. Cause I can't date nobody. Just look at first class here, but I really can't. I really don't date anybody. Cause I got broken like 4 times already.
Mira qué fácil. Mira, ya, se salió. Pues se salió ahí. Salió. Ahí mismo. Ya. Right there again. It can turn right there. Turn it. Okay, just look right there.
Oh.
That ends right there. So now take that off. No, keep pushing. It's okay. Keep pushing. Again. Okay.
Don't fucking be sleeping with Togo, bro. Everybody has this one.
It's good right there. And keep pushing. I just need to keep pushing
Never.
out. Keep pushing that out. And then it's done, you're done.
Yes.
Keep pushing this up. Yeah. It's right there. This up. Ya salí. Ya salió ahí. Ya salió. Mira. Está ahí mismo. And I'll push this over here. Ya. Ya. Now the cooking shit. Into it.
Don't get stuck in the past. Sell for more and pay a 1% listing fee with Redfin.
Hey, what's up guys? Salty here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over a couple of advanced tips and tricks for you guys.
¿Cuándo tú vas a poner eso?
Creative. This is going to be episode number 4 of the Staying Ahead of the Curve series. For those of you who are new and don't know what Staying Ahead of the Curve series is, what it is it's a little series that I do on my channel where I go over the new advanced tips and tricks that you need to learn to stay ahead of the curve. The goal of this is to keep you better and always one step ahead of the average player, because as everybody knows, the average player is getting better and better and better, and with the new introduction of the arena mode, there's going to be no stopping on that. So with that being said, let's get straight into Staying Ahead of the Curve, episode number 4. So for tip number 1, this is a situation where you have boxed your opponent. He is just right in here, he's right here chilling, waiting for you to edit on him. What most players will do when they're in this situation is they will make a simple edit like this, maybe shoot at him. But this player is 99% of the time expecting that, and it is not very effective anymore. What more advanced players will do is they might rotate and then shoot them through, because they'll be phasing in the ramp for a second. But yeah, so what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you a really nice new edit. What it is you're going to edit your stairs like this, which is a U. So you're just going to make a big U like so. You're going to have this weird stair edit, and then when you're over on this side, you can reset it and phase right through to the other side. So from the enemy's perspective, when they see this edit, they're expecting you to come here. They will be sitting here waiting to see, because it's the only open spot. Like, it's the only open place where the, I guess, offensive opponent could jump out and shoot at them, right? So they're always expecting you to go there. This is your perfect opportunity to jump to the side, edit through, and really kind of shot off on them. Super effective strategy. It's not too hard as long as you can reset edits. So usually you're going to hit the edit, you're going to reset it, and you're right behind them. Super, super effective. I highly suggest you guys start using it. I don't really have words. It's just an insanely effective edit. With that being said, let's get straight into number 2. Alright, so for tip number 2, I'm going to be going over a new way to side jump. Regular side jump pretty much just means that, like, when you get pyramided like this, you just jump to the side and make a move this way, or whatever way you want. You can also make a move this way, which is pretty common and really effective. You can go up to some 90s or whatever it might be. Now, if you don't know how to do a simple side jump like this, where you simply just jump to the side and place a floor under you, you really need to learn that. A lot of players know this. Most players who are watching my videos probably already know how to do that, and that is the issue, that most players know how to do it. So there's a new way to side jump, which is really, really difficult, but it is insanely effective. So when I'm doing a basic side jump like this, you notice I have to run across my entire floor here before I can even start going for high ground. This is, you literally have to run flat on an entire square before this ramp actually goes up. Yes, it's effective because you don't have to start down there and start building up, but that floor that you have to run across really gives the opponent the ability and the time he needs to maintain high ground on you. The new way to side jump is, what you're going to do is, when you get pyramided like this, you're going to be under there, right, like I'm the opponent. Instead of jumping out and then like starting building up here or something, you're going to immediately start your ramp here. And you're going to get an entire extra ramp above them, and this will give you a really, really quick head start to take high ground. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of examples of what that looks like, because remember, it is very, very difficult. A few suggestions that I can give you is do it to the left. It's easier to do to the left because of your viewing angle. So running to the left, you're going to run to the very corner of the ramp. So you're going to run like very corner of the pyramid. You're going to run as far to this side as you can because you need to be as high as possible. So I'm going to go like this, and I get really nice, really quick high ground just like that. It is extremely effective, extremely fast, and if you can successfully and consistently do this trick, you will most likely always have high ground. This is kind of the hard part. This is what will happen is if you accidentally place your ramp or your floor. So like I said, this is a super difficult strategy, and it requires a lot of practice. For the last tip, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest possible way that you can actually start a creative 1v1. So this is a pretty typical layout. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with this. You simply have your buddy on the other side, you both run to the ramp, then you open it, and you guys go ahead and start your 1x1s. So, or your 90s. So, what you're going to do, actually what most players do is they'll build out 1 or 2 ramps. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, doing 90s is actually faster than just straight up running up ramps. You can get high ground quicker than someone who is just running up ramps forever. This means that when you are doing a creative 1v1, you want to start your 90s as soon as possible. The sooner, the better. So a person that starts their 90s on the first ramp will almost always beat a person who starts their 90s on the second ramp. And when I mean beat to like this point right here, where you both meet up. So there's tip number 1 for that. Always start as soon as possible. If you're allowed to, you could do it like this and just start on the actual starting ramp. Some people don't like that just because it's, as you can see, difficult to break the building down. So that's going to be tip number 1. Now into the 90s part. The fastest 90s you can do. You're going to be holding W and D at the same time. And instead of doing regular 90s like this, where your momentum is looking up the walls, you're going to want to build less and do 90s like this. This will just save a little bit of time where you'd be looking there, which means your 90s are going to be faster. Next is going to be your second 90. Your second 90 is the biggest part about getting the high ground. It's all about the positioning. So for the first 90, you can pretty much be wherever you want to do, but the closer to the middle you are, the better. It's also harder, but the closer to the middle you are, the faster it'll be. Also, the further away from the top you are when you can start your 90, the faster it'll be, just because you don't have to run as far. So that's kind of the point with all this. Now, for the second 90, you're going to want to do the 90 right in the middle of this ramp. You're not going to want to do the 90 up here. You're going to want to do the 90 right in the middle of your first 90s ramp, like right here. That'll make it so you only run to the middle before you start your second 90, as opposed to if you were to run this way and then start it. So as much as it doesn't seem like a lot of time, there are so many situations where you both literally build that ramp at the exact same time, and that tip will help you get that first. So a little bit quicker, I'm going to try to show you guys an example real quick. That's going to be it for Staying Ahead of the Curve, episode number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. If you did, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next Staying Ahead of the Curve. Also, if you would like to support me for free, my supported creator code is Exalted, and I would really appreciate you using that in the item shop. With all of that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. And welcome back to the 3rd installment of my advanced tips and tricks videos. Today we will cover 10 advanced building and editing tips and tricks. You may have seen some of these tips and tricks before, but I can guarantee you that you'll leave the video learning something new, especially towards the end when I cover one of the hardest tips and tricks
tricks that I've put in any of my videos so far. So be sure to watch until the end, as I think all of these tips and tricks will definitely help you and help take your gameplay to the next level. For each clip, I'll show what the trick is, why it works, how to do it, and then an in-game example. We have a lot to cover, so I'll just shut up and start off with the first trick, which I found from Luke Boy Scram, who is a professional Fortnite player from Denmark. This is a situational trick to outplay opponents who have high ground as you're building up. Usually you place a cone and edit through to continue on for height, but your opponent who's already above you will just keep building and you really have no opportunity to get a shot off. Instead, after you place the cone, edit the two right pieces and then place a wall in front of your opponent's face and to the side. Jump and then your momentum will carry you into the wall which you just placed. Then you can place a floor and edit through for an easy kill on your opponent. The wall you place in front of them will block them from building up, and now you can turn the bad position you were in into an opportunity for a kill instead of just wasting more mats to build fight. To your opponent, they will see your cone and wait for you to edit through, but your wall blocks them from building up after you do the cone edit, and then your quick edit after that will take them off guard. This is the original clip which I saw from Scram where he pulls off the trick very cleanly.
Go on edge. Go on edge.
Second trick is an edit trick I found from Branded FN. When you have an opponent and you're 1-by-1 with a ramp in front of you, it's gotten much harder to get the kill now, as most people expect the ramp edit, and the shotgun delay on pulling out your pump will just leave you with your pants down. To catch them off guard, edit the ramp into a spiral stairs like this. Make sure you're high up on the lower part of the stairwell too. Then reset the edit and you'll phase through to the other side of the ramp in your opponent's face. From your opponent's perspective, all they can see is the flat part of the stairwell in front of them, and they lose vision of where you are on it. Then when you edit through, they'll have no clue where you are or how you got there while you secure it.
GG's, bro.
This edit is actually harder than it looks, so make sure you practice it. You have to start at the top of one corner, then make a U shape with your edit on the ramp. This is what your edit should look like from outside the box. I know some of you are about to comment, I did this in Season 2, but Branded FN is the first person I've seen with proof of doing it in the past, so I'm giving credit to him.
That's nasty.
Third trick is another cheeky way to kill opponents on the other side of your ramp inside your box. For this trick, you'll need a clinger though. Once inside the box, throw the clinger at the top of the ramp, then edit the ramp the other way like this, and you'll see the clinger falls off the top of the ramp on your side, but is caught on the bottom of the ramp on the other side. So I think you guys can see where I'm going with this. Now, every time you box an opponent but don't have traps and do have clingers, you don't have to risk editing through. You can throw the clinger, sit back and relax and watch your opponent explode when they probably thought you were committing suicide when you originally threw it. Make sure you practice this edit as well, as it's not that hard to do, but it can be difficult when you have the pressure of a clinger grenade ready to murder you in your face. I originally saw this trick from Reddit user The Gaming Night 4. For the fourth trick, I want to let those of you who don't already use scroll wheel to reset their edits to finally learn it. We first need to go into our settings and down to the miscellaneous section, and then to building edit. Change your secondary keybind to mouse scroll wheel up or down. So I have mine as scroll wheel down. Then go up a little to the building settings section and change reset building edit secondary bind to the same thing. So this is also on scroll wheel down for me. Now after you edit something normally, you can just look at the wall or floor or ramp and scroll down once to start editing and reset it instantly, then scroll down again to confirm it. So instead of pressing your edit keybind, then resetting the edit, which is normally right click, and then pressing your edit keybind again, you can just scroll down twice, or in my case, I just scroll once really hard, and it instantly resets your edits. The clip is from my Twitch stream when I got a couple of nice kills using it tilted. So shameless plug, but I do stream on Twitch now at ItsJarian. I do squad games, Turtle Wars, and Storm Wars with viewers, so make sure to follow my channel and check out my schedule, which I have in the description of this video. Anyways, you can see how ridiculously broken the scroll wheel edit is. I get shots off without my opponent being able to even have a second to think. This works for walls, ramps, cones, and floors, so you can use it to your advantage in whichever way you want, but I'm telling you, if you don't have it enabled right now, go into your settings and change it. It's life-changing.
Oh my god, boys.
Next up is a really unique way to surprise your opponent on low ground. I showed in one of my other advanced building tips and tricks videos that when you're above someone, you can cone and floor them to drop down on a ramp next to them to get a shot off. Notice though that you have to be above them and behind them so you can drop down next to them. Well, what about when we're in front of them and above them? What we can do is try two things. The more advanced case is to rotate our ramp twice, then jump down onto it and surprise your opponent, who will expect you to just jump on top of their cone. This is hard because you have to make sure that you rotate your ramp correctly or you'll just fall off high ground. And since you barely ever rotate your ramp in game, you want to practice rotating twice or 180 degrees. I saw this trick from Zexro here. We can also do something a little easier, but it's not as quick. Instead of rotating our ramps twice, just jump and do a 180 with your character, then place a ramp next to them. It's easier than rotating your ramp, but you have to realign your crosshair after doing the 180 to place the ramp. So it's up to you to do what you want and what you're comfortable with. We can see Ghost Nude use this trick here. Since we're on the topic of ramp rotations and placing ramps while doing 180s, our sixth trick is a 200 IQ ramp trick from Shade. In the first advanced building tips and tricks videos, I showed how to preemptively place a floor so you can edit through to cone opponents. And in the most recent advanced tips and tricks video, I showed how to preemptively place a wall so you can edit through your cone opponents. Shade's trick is a preemptive ramp placement. So to do it, you can either rotate your ramp twice or do a 180 like in the last trick. After your opponent runs up on the ramp, you can edit down and kill them. From their perspective, they think it's their ramp as they're turbo building, but it's already been placed before they did. You can also place a ramp and then jump up and box them in, which works pretty well. Off on an opponent from low ground. A new way to trick them is to edit the floor piece behind you. Then as you re-edit it, you'll phase through the front of the floor and you can get a quick shot off in their mouth. Your opponent sees you edit and re-edit, but they don't expect you to just come out of the floor and phase through it. You can see that you're phasing through it when the floor is blinking yellow and you can shoot through it. Eighth trick is how you and your teammate can never take fall damage again. With the new flint knock pistol, you can actually get knocked back in the opposite direction you shoot. So if you're carrying one while you're on high ground, you can time it and angle it so right as you're about to hit the ground, you can knock yourself up and over to negate the momentum and then not take any fall damage. A Reddit user named ScratchTV also found that you can do this to negate your teammates' fall damage if you aim it as they're falling near you. Now you can either save your teammates or you can just purposely shoot them off your builds to kill them. Second to last trick is a way to get a cone off on someone who ramps and floors above you. So normally when someone ramps and floors above you, you can't place a cone. But with this trick, you just do a normal scissor jump and then place a cone and catch yourself. It's pretty simple and effective to catch your opponents ramping over you, but there's actually a ton more advanced variations to do it. I believe the original was found by Atlantis Keshser. First variation is to do our trick and double ramp up in the same direction to get high ground. This is a good safe strategy to take height, but you don't get an opportunity to take a shot or damage your opponent. Second variation is after you do the trick, land on the floor and then run under their ramp and box them in and go for the trap play. This is a high risk, high reward play because they can always edit through their ramp to get a shot on you, but with traps on both walls, you're pretty much guaranteed a kill. Third variation is to place a wall after you scissor jump or cone, then edit the wall and get a shot off when they're not expecting it. This is another safer variation of the trick as you can just edit and re-edit to block any return fire and you can get some damage off as well. Last variation is after you do the cone edit, place a wall, then land on the bottom of a ramp facing their cone. Then you can walk up the ramp and edit the cone to get an unexpected angle on them from the top. This is my personal favorite variation of the method as it's safe and your opponents won't expect you to edit through your cone that you just placed as they kind of scramble looking where to go. For the 10th and final trick, we'll learn a protected version of the reverse 90s. The base version of this was found from JYT, who came up with the reverse jump, which you've seen from Martos. As you scissor ramp up, you can turn around and place two walls and use the wall on the side to ramp off of and go the other way. This is a solid trick, but you don't gain any height from it. Then Martos showed a trick by Bakashi, which is similar, and you can see it go straight into 90s. This is good because you gain height and you can fake out your enemy, but the problem is you're not protected from above or in front, which is where the enemy will be, and they can easily just shoot and break down your builds. The trick I found was from a Reddit user named Dinky. 90s. As we can see here, this is probably the hardest trick that I've ever showed on my channel. So to break it down, you scissor ramp up and do as you would for the normal reverse 90s. So cone ahead, and then as you edit the cone, you want to cone the edited cone and then cone to the side of that. So I know it sounds a little confusing, but just watch how I do it. After that, place 3 walls, starting with 1 in front of the ramp on top of you, and then all the way to your left. Then jump over, place a ramp, and edit through the cone. So this is the hardest part, as this edit is really hard to pull off. You want to re-edit the cone, and then edit the corner in front all at the same time. After that, you can then wall your cone at 90 up. So again, this is by far the hardest trick that I've ever attempted, so don't expect to get it on the first try or even on like the 40th or 50th try. As we can see, you're now completely protected the entire time from above and in front. So make sure you go and practice the edit and re-edit, as you'll only do it by resetting but not confirming the edit and then editing the other corner. So these were 10 advanced building and editing tips and tricks. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and to turn on post notifications. This video shoutouts go to XXEnisXX, Ethan Smith 768, AES Throat, Alex 30, ComeTQ, Sweaty, Slurp, Astrolix, Kevin, T3X, Cash, Azula, Project Baby, Angel Bustamante, Skirshi, AJ Kaidi, and Ezzy the F Up. Otherwise, that's it from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
Exalted here, and in today's video
Hey guys, and welcome back to the second installment of my advanced...
Hey, what's up guys, Exalted here, and in today's video I'm going to be going... Hey, what's up guys, Exalted here, and welcome to the ultimate guide to winning professional Fortnite scrims. Now the reason why I'm making this video, just a couple of days ago, Arena Fortnite, and players are grinding so hard to get to that Champs League. I'm one of them. I'm about 42 points away from the highest division, and in doing so, these champion players, and I think some contender players, will unlock opportunities to find in the $30 million Fortnite tournament that is coming soon. So with that being said, let's get straight into the pro tips. So for the first portion of this video, I'm going to be talking about rotation. Rotation is the most important part when it comes to a scrim. One wrong move can get you killed almost immediately, and if you do everything correctly, you will come out with that sweet victory royale. So there are 3 different questions that people ask when they are rotating in late game scrims, or just rotating in general. Number 1, how am I going to rotate? Am I going to run there? Am I going to launch pad there? Am I going to rift there? You can do hamster balls, ATKs, tons of different options. Number 2, where am I going to rotate to? Once I get to the zone, am I going to go further into the middle of the zone? Am I going to go the opposite edge? Am I going to just base up the second I hit the zone? And number 3, when do I start my rotation? Now, starting with the most important question, when do I rotate? So rotation is very tricky. Depending on where you are in the circle, certain players will be rotating at different times, but 99% of the time, the average player will be rotating as late as possible. The reason why is because they'll be in their safe place, they know they can't be harmed, and they don't want to leave. They want to stay in that safe place as long as they possibly can, so that they can hopefully get an uncontested placement point. But the earlier you rotate, there are a few things that happen. First of all, people that just made it to Circle from rotating late will be basing up and trying to get safe, and zone just closed. And that's exactly when you'll start your next rotation to this next circle. These players are distracted by making sure they're safe. They're distracted by other players that are all around them and near them because everyone rotates late. So my best tip for you is to rotate as early as you possibly can. The second question, where do I rotate to? So up until the 5th zone, I believe, which is the first moving zone, every single time you are in the middle of the circle, you will always get the next circle. So, if I'm in, let's just say the first circle in Fortnite, the huge circle that covers about half the map, if you go to the direct center of that big circle, the next zone, aka the second zone / circle, will always include you in it. This works for the 2nd to 3rd zone, and the 3rd to 4th, and the 4th, but not to the 5th because that is a moving zone. So rotate early.
Get to the middle of zones as soon as possible so that you can guarantee safety for the next zone. Now, regarding question 3, how do I rotate? This is when it gets a little bit more interesting. There are a bunch of different ways of rotating. I highly suggest using ATKs and learning how to fly them for the early zones so that you don't get shot during mid-game, because that is the most dangerous part of a scrim. You can use ATKs / quad crashers. The hoverboards are insanely quick at rotating. And you can also use the hamster balls. These are really, really good rotations for that early and mid-game as you can travel really short distances very, very quickly. Now, these are very hamster balls, but ATKs and hoverboards, the reason why is because they're not very mobile. You will either, one, find yourself boosting about 30 miles into the storm and killing yourselves, or not being able to move because they're just not very mobile and there's so much building around. Hamster balls are a completely different story. Now, regarding hamster balls, I highly suggest you guys don't get too good at using them. Epic stated that next patch they will be nerfing them, so you can get shot with a hamster ball next patch. This will be conveniently right before qualifiers for the big $30 million tournament. So if you are a player who it makes your entire point base off purely camping hamster balls, I highly suggest you learn some different landing spots and rotations that don't include hamster balls, because they will be completely gone and out of meta within the next update. Alright guys, so let's talk about launch pads and rifts, specifically late game rotations. Now, these two things are used for completely different reasons. The rift is used to delay and stall time so that you can survive till the next placement. Now, launch pads are much different. You do not use launch pads to delay and stall. You use a launch pad to change your positioning. Now, you can change your positioning between different zones. So you can change it to front of zone, back of zone, side of zone. Or you can also change it to mid-ground, low-ground, and high-ground positioning. So you're going to want to use your launch pad in an effective way where you can either get or lose high ground, depending on what's needed, and so you can position yourself in different places to further your success in the future of the scrim. So here's an example on screen where you see I have a really, really nice zone rotation where I get to the very front of the zone, as far away from the back where all the people are fighting. I barely get shot at, and it's really, really quick. And then I use the rift. I find myself in a very sticky situation where I need to just survive. I wanted to get that next placement point, and it obviously worked. So, when you're using a rift, there are a few key factors. Try not to drag people with you in the rift. I know sometimes it's not really possible, but try your best, because that just gives them free time as well, which makes it harder for you to get the placement points next. You're going to want to make sure that you are over the majority of players. You want to be directly above the most players you can see. Now, this is usually at the back of the moving zone. So most of the time, you're going to want to stay at the very back of the moving zone, above all the players. Now, the reason why you want to be directly above these players is because if you have ever aimed straight up in the air and shot, you've noticed it is practically impossible because you are constantly turning 180 degrees back and forth. So when you are over a player, you're going to want to rotate in circles to make sure that he does not hit a single shot on you, and as you can see, it looks very, very effective. So now let's go over the pros and cons to low ground, mid ground, and high ground. Now, starting with low ground. Low ground can be very, very strong during the earlier part of the rotations. This will really, really help you save on mats, because you don't have to worry about players up below you, so there's no point in building floors on the ground. So, you can save on mats, and you only have to really worry about players above you and to your sides. The biggest pro to low ground is no fall damage and saving mats. Now, when it comes to mid-ground in my opinion is the best up until the very end. Mid-ground is fantastic because you're not high enough to take fall damage, but you're high enough to avoid natural resources like hills and rocks that could potentially get in your way. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in a situation where you're on low ground and it suddenly goes up a hill and you can't get through all the building above you and you end up dying to zone. This is the biggest pro to mid-ground. Mid-ground, like I said, you avoid all the hills, you avoid all the natural resources, but it comes at a cost. You have to worry about players editing you from below you on low ground. You have to worry about players sharing mid ground with you. You also have to worry about the dominant high ground players above you. So you will be going through a lot of mats, but it's at the cost of complete safety. Now, high ground is extremely powerful. The problem with high ground is you will get targeted by players below. Other players will contest you for high ground pretty frequently, and you also have to reinforce your building so that you do not fall to your death. This means you'll be going through a lot of mats, especially if you're constantly build fighting and trying to block players off from your high ground. But the best thing about high ground is all you have to do is look down. There are no players to your right and left. There are no players above you. All you have to do is worry about players below you. You can hopefully get some really easy kills, but at the cost of absolutely shredding your mats to prevent fall damage. Now, a quick tip that I have for you guys when you're on high ground in the very last 1v1 situation, I highly suggest you drop down. The player on low ground will just be completely focused on shooting you out, wasting your mats. Now, he has a very, very good protection, I guess I would say. You cannot shoot him through your own building, so he can hide under your building, not take any shots from you, and instead of you jump shotting, he's just going to shoot you out so that you don't have the opportunity because you're so busy using mats. Now, one tip that I have for you guys is if you are in that situation and the opponent has a minigun or just something that will spray you, maybe an RPG, you can place down turrets. The turrets will give your building about 400 HP, I believe. This will get an instant 400 HP. This will make it practically impossible for him to shoot you out. It will give you a lot of support and a lot of time for you to drop down to get to his level for that final 1v1, or even so that you can start getting some jump shots off on him. So the next thing that I want to go over is going to be attracting attention towards yourself. Shooting and building, rift going, and launch padding will always draw attention to yourself, and it will let people know where you are. In the clip that you guys were just watching, you noticed that I was hiding behind trees and I wasn't building. I had mats, I could have farmed the trees for mats, but I decided to hide behind the trees because then people wouldn't know that I was there. It ended up working out really, really well for me as someone edited right in front of me and I got a really nice, easy kill on them. If I were to build around that tree, someone would have been like, hey, I know that there is a player there, I'm going to avoid their direction. Instead, I stayed still, I stayed safe behind the natural cover, and didn't let anybody know where I was, and I got a really one in space. Now, whenever you are opening windows, shooting, you are drawing attention to yourself. So what I recommend is, one, switch windows and switch directions constantly. If you open a window and shoot at it, and reset it, and open the exact same window, shoot at it, people are going to know that you're only facing that direction, and that's going to give them a perfect opportunity to break the wall behind you, replacing you.
And you need a note.
So if you guys are going to
get a note.
constantly move
Here,
around
get
your
this big notebook.
edit different sides of the windows so that people know that you're aware of
You
your
need 2
surroundings.
notebooks, okay?
Next, when you are shooting out the windows, do not stand right up next to the window. What I suggest you do is stand a couple inches, maybe a foot away from the window so that you can't get sniped from the side. You will get absolutely beamed from people at crazy angles if you are standing right in front of you, right next to your window. Secondly, if you place a pyramid right below you on your floor, you can use that as even more cover. It'll give you a nice right peek through your window, and it'll just overall prevent other people from shooting at you. Finally, when you shoot, like I said, it draws attention to you. So try to only shoot when other people are shooting. Do not be the only person to shoot, or everyone will turn their heads and look and see if they can get a kill on you. If you see an opponent below you is getting targeted really, really hard, make sure to join in on that and see if you can get a kill. But that is one of the only times that I suggest shooting recklessly for periods of time. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. If there were any tips that
I can have 2 colors in the notebook. No, it's okay.
Hey, this is Jake. I left my phone in your car last night. You dropped me off in Brooklyn? Yes, I remember.
Oh my god, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
night.
Yes, I do.
is a very exciting stream. So, your boy got access to custom matchmaking, which means we are going to be running some custom matchmaking scrims. If you guys would like to participate in scrims, if you want to make sure you don't miss out, I'm going to be giving the code out first inside of my Discord on server NA West, or it will not work. You also must be in solos. I'm going to go ahead and make a code quick for everybody. Grin was first. Grin was first.
Ready? What's your name? Jay. Okay, can you sign in? Jay.
Boom. Bam. Pow. Alright, I'm going to post that code into Discord. Scrim announcements.
Okay, else is here? Jaden. And then Anna.
Alright, boys. The code is in Discord scrim announcements. If you guys would like to participate, join the Discord. They will get it first, so hopefully you guys
Hello. How do you write your
so
name?
hopefully, I don't know. They'll just
I
get
don't know
it.
how to spell Carlos.
C-word.
C-A-R.
Alright, I forgot to start it.
C-A-word.
Whoops. Yo.
L-O-S.
Alright, so guys,
What?
I'm on about a 20 to 30
LOS.
second delay. So, you guys are getting this 20 to 30 seconds late. The code is Exalted 1. It is all lowercase. There are no capitals in it. Just Exalted 1. Nothing special. Like I said, no space. All lowercase.
That is all your name?
Exalted 1 as in the number.
Is here.
You have 300 something points. That's insane.
Elena.
I'm posting it in the Discord. Let me go make sure it's there.
That's what his game name is.
Boys, I posted the code. Scream announcements.
Is that not his name right
Let me see if I know.
there? Rousey's.
I know one.
Discord's going crazy apparently. Alright, it says we got 7 queued players. Really, guys?
How do you write Maritza? R? After
Seven?
the
What am I supposed to
I feel like there's more.
R?
Why do I feel like there's more? We've got 50, 60 people in the Discord right now. And 100 viewers. So we should have more. I think it's glitched. Alright, but I'll go ahead and wait about a minute before I start this first one. Alright guys, this is NA West Solos. Just go to the regular solo game mode. And yo, can we do this in arena? Chat, do you guys know if we can do this in arena? Do you know if it works?
Let me write Helen. Okay.
Twitch isn't working.
No, let me.
My Twitch isn't working?
Tell me the
People
letter.
say it is.
No, I didn't. Write it perfectly.
Still easy. Make arena solo so we have pop-up rules. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I didn't know you could do that though.
That's how you write Helen.
Be right back. Hello, what's up? Stream lag.
That's how you write Helen.
Really?
Okay. That's it. That's how many friends here. No, there's more. Oh, what else?
It says 18 for you, 20? Okay, well, we'll just give it a second. I'm sure people are just putting it in. Let me make sure my stream's not lagging. Pull it up on my phone real quick. YouTube, how's it look? Does it look fine? You guys can hear me right and it looks alright?
And we need six. Okay, 6 people in this class. Couple of people, 7 people are missing. So it's well, Victor. Victor is here. Yep. So yes, thank you.
Looks fine to me. I think that's you guys. Stream looks good. I feel famous. It works in the arena? Okay, after this game we'll do it in arena. After this we'll do it in arena. Or should we just start it now?
You know what's his last sound?
Fuck it, dude. Let's do it in arena, bro. Arena solos. Custom options. New code, new code, new code. Oh, baby. 67 players? That's looking more like it. That's looking much better. Guys, the code is Exalted. You guys can spam it in chat for people that don't know. The code is Exalted 69. All lowercase, no spaces. I'll actually type it in chat right now.
Victor.
Exalted 69. Boom.
7.
This is arena solos. Okay? Do I get points for this? Y'all trying to just like boost me to chance real quick? I'm kidding. 100 people? We got 80? Shit, that's a lot, dude. What the heck? Okay, everyone play for late game. Alright? Everyone play for late game. You don't have to, but like, don't be a dick. Play for late game. I'm gonna tell the Discord to do that too.
Right, Alan.
Boyos. Just play for late game, alright? Like, you don't have to. It's not a rule or anything, but like, just play for late game so it's stacked, right?
Wait, I got it.
Alright, bet. What's the code? It's Exalted69. Hurry up, brother. Put it in arena solos. There's 6 spots left. Exalted69. All lowercase, no space. 97. Oh.
2 L's.
Better hope AC gets in, dude. Shit, dog. Shit.
Okay. That is.
Don't be a dick. True, don't. These are scrims, not pubs. Like, we don't get what we want. I want the end games to be so, like, stacked that when you try to build, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, remember that Liquid 72 Hours clip where Tom's, like, pointing his gun at everybody, but no one can shoot? Like, that's hilarious. I'm expecting it. No, not even close, but, like, you know, you can dream, right? That just sounds so fun. Being so laggy that you can't shoot. Oh, 108? Let's get it. Sounds like we're ready to go. I guess 8 people aren't going to get in. That's a rip.
You want to do coloring? Yay!
Move this out of the way.
Let's do this, chat. Let's go. Yeet.
Oh, they have colors.
Hey, Christian with the $1. Thank you.
How much games are okay?
Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Let's go.
I'm blind on something.
Sup,
I have to go somewhere.
And then Leo with another 250 bits. Win this game. Oh no, he gave me 99 bits. He said, win this game, I'll give you 250 bits. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Thank you for the other 100 bits. Thanks guys for the donations. I appreciate it. It helps a lot. AC's in? Alright, good. Alright, your boy has to turn on the stream tonight. Y'all thought you were gonna see where I was landing. Get wrecked. Look at all those ETs in the chat. Extra thick clan, by the way. If you guys want to join my extra thick clan, all you have to do is join the Discord. Where am I going? Nobody knows. AC might know, because he's my scrim partner, so that's bad news bears. When I land, I will put it back up so you guys can see it. You better win this? Okay, buddy, really? Really, dude? I hope he's not in it. Jabami, you are not allowed in here, bro. You win. I'm kidding. It is. It'll be fun as hell.
Who was it?
I think I might put streamers
It
in.
was Chanelli, Victor. You know all of them?
Good question. Does anybody know? Never mind. My question has been answered.
She used to be.
I'm queuing Chance League. Really? You got into Chance? Good shit.
In my class. Still? Yeah, Helen. And pretend you should know.
Almost ready. Once I get a gun, I'll unhide it.
Is it a different
Also,
one?
I'd appreciate if you guys didn't stream Sniper.
Different one?
Like, that's not the point of this. It's not a game. But, like, yeah.
I just want them up. Yeah.
Y'all know what you hear. My computer's dying.
What?
GG's, man. Stack up money.
You guys hear my computer? What the heck? It's so freaking loud. Holy crap. Ooh, Chess Llama with a kill? Okay, buddy.
It might be bacon. I don't know. My daddy thinks he knows what it is.
Where is it? Where's the ball? Oh. Hey, come on, the ball.
We got 49 people? How many people landed in here? Why do I feel like half you guys just tilted?
You want mine?
Yeah, if you guys like blatantly street sniper, I'm just gonna block you, and then you guys can't join. I'm gonna have to go join Tifu or some shit.
I need some green.
When are you gonna get affiliated? I like kinda got affiliated.
I need some gray.
Not like kinda.
I need all this color.
Hi, how are you?
The great Spider-Man.
Ooh, AC. My duo partner. Okay.
What do you want?
Do you want to be? Who you want to be?
You can leave if you want. I'm
How
good.
do I get exalted bits? You gotta do it on Twitch, my dude. Okay, get out of that. That was weird. Minis, nice. If my game crashes, I'm gonna cry, bro. My computer's actually screaming, dude.
She just tried to be 10.
Yo, Dre! Hey, it's Landon. Hi, I'm better than crap. Yo, thanks for the $2. I appreciate that. Let's go. Oh, I think Crown's gonna have to set up a 1v1 with you, dude. No, you never know. Keep her with the $1. Yo, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
What? Stop lying.
Someone just got no-scoped? Yo, both Omni just no-scoped. What the heck? Yo. Let's get it.
Hey, don't do my teacher.
This new rap is actually so sweet. It's actually super sick.
Say yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, Burger Boy? I missed you, bro. What's good, dog? Yo, Steel, don't even worry about it. It'd be that way. It's fine. I feel you. Is that supposed to be floating? Or was somebody here? Nice. Nice zone.
No, I don't want a battle. No,
You heard that Galaxy set might get removed? Why the hell would they do that? It sounds like a lawsuit to me, if I'm being honest. Because people would buy the phone for the Galaxy skin, and so if they removed it without telling them that it was a possibility, then boom, easy lawsuit, and your boy's about to get hella money.
Gotcha.
I'm kidding, but like,
No, it's
I don't think they can just do that. I'll donate tomorrow if you stream. Now that I have custom, I will definitely be streaming like crazy this weekend.
Huh?
Okay. You know, you can drain through my walls. My name is also Landon. I just died. All rip, GG's, bro. Yeah, play safe, guys.
Get out!
Okay. I hear you removed 20 mods. I did indeed, because I felt like they were inactive, or I didn't know who they were. Go to the middle for the advantage of zone. True. Somebody watch my tips and tricks video. Let's go. Let's go. Is arena mode easy? Please, someone answer. The point of it is that it's not supposed to be easy. Personally, I feel like it wasn't. I mean, I'm not in champs yet.
Highest level.
99.9%.
Highest.
We're leaving out of school today.
It'd be that way. As YouTube scripts for you. See, like, shit like that doesn't happen in the Discord ones. Like, Discord ones are fun.
And we just posted on a little thing. Hey, teacher!
I was doing study too.
No, I don't want it, teacher.
I'm nasty. Jeez, bro.
What's this around
Super
us?
fast, boy.
No.
Fast as fuck, boy.
This fuck boy.
No, I missed. I'm gonna launch myself off the map 100%.
This one has a lot of things.
Talk about it.
You know I did that last time. Last section. Don't break. I did this one too. You did that last time. A full. Not just, you know, I did this one right here. I didn't do it. Someone. Oh, you know I did that. That was very hard. Some more colors in here. And I get all these colors and put them.
What's going on, fellow Gators? My name is Phil. I'll try to put it as quick as I can and give all my tips. I need this chance to launch up a solo duo or a squad game on new LTM. Don't try this in Playground because that will not get counted. So yeah, and it can be actually unlocked on tier as your locker emote. So as you guys can see that there's gonna be a tile which is gonna be the bouncy ball. So just go ahead and select that in one of your emote lockers and then go inside a solo game, squad game, or in a duo game. Right now, I'm gonna show some clips in the background on how I did it, and I'm gonna showcase 3 tips that you guys can use for yourself and try to complete the challenge for yourself. The first tip is actually going to be landing at the volcanoes, and just go ahead and throw the ball at a stone, and after like 30 seconds or like 40 seconds you guys will actually get up to like 30 bounces, so that's going to be pretty easy. The next tip that I want to give you guys is to make a ramp anywhere on top, and for this one you don't have to go ahead near the volcanoes. You guys can definitely just make a ramp on top just like what I'm making right now, and then from there all you guys got to do is throw in the bouncer ball. Now once you do it, it is not going to show right off the, but after like 1 minute or so you guys can just go ahead and play your game, and after that it's going to show like your name and you have bounced the toy as many times. So as you guys can see from the clip, I've actually bounced it a ton of times. But comes the final tip, which is the best tip out there, and yeah, I have been using it myself, and I'm pretty sure you guys can use it for yourself. I mean, if you want to make the challenge fun, you guys can definitely use the other 2 tricks, but if you just want to do this in one single game, then yeah, go ahead and make a 1x1. It's that simple. Once you do it, all you guys got to do now is throw the bouncy ball and just give it some time, and as you guys can see from the clip, I was just waiting for the ball to bounce down, and as soon as it did, I got a ton of bounces in. So you guys can use this tip as well. So if this video helps you out, go ahead, leave a like and hit that subscribe button, because you know it, every time there's gonna be a new 4-night challenge, I'm gonna help you guys out with that. But also, if you guys want to know the location for the week 5 secret battle star, or if you need help,
Get your markers. But none of them work. Which ones?
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Before the video starts, I'm gonna let y'all know that whatever likely you guys already know. That's it. Hope Cronky having it wasn't Aiden who lost to Bizzle 21-7. It was Cronky. God, he has a Tommy gun. He does not run out of. But Cronky's doodoo stick is right now. Yes. No.
I get a follow 5.
I bet. Look at my pickaxe. It's on top of my head through my umbrella. Look at your pick.
Think mom is mad at us.
For what?
Well, you see she sees all the messages. Very mad at us.
You only got 1 or 2, by the way.
What?
Then you guys better clean that up.
I mean, you tell me. I just placed the pyramid there somehow.
This tape, this something that it took money for me, that number.
Oh my god, I forgot Quanky's Inno.
You said I'm Inno? I'm definitely not Inno. That was a low gram.
Whoa. Damn, Inno.
The new market.
It's not even in here. It's literally Inno. Literally Inno. He's Inno 2.0.
Up, Steve.
Yeah, no, I don't have that.
Whoa! Oh, the colors are good. I'm putting all these. Oh, the colors are good. Whoa, get out of here. Oh, colors. These are very. Oh, I don't like those colors. You like those colors? No, no. Goodness, no. There's a yellow in here. The yellow doesn't work. I think there's yellow here. Burn the freaking burn.
Crank it 90s?
I can't hear you down there.
Billy, what you do with that yellow? You broke the yellow. Oh, this one.
High guard. High limit.
Oh, the sun.
Still find a high limit?
What did you do with that?
Okay.
I didn't do that. yellow.
She starts saying help.
I just did that. What yellow? The yellow marker. Like, it's like squished. Weird. That one. You put it. No, I know, but why?
Something.
Why did you need to be pointy? Stop. Look. That was you.
You can
what
zoom.
thing? No, that was you. You can have the pink. Are you using the pink?
So she was basically asking me like,
That's the real
she was asking me like,
you did this to the color. Oh my god, what is wrong with all these colors? Do you know what's
so
happening?
Carlos,
What?
the Cassie and you thing.
What do I think?
Don't lie to me.
How do you do it now?
Are you lying?
What do you mean what I think?
Good.
Obviously
Mommy
not.
has security cameras around here.
Nigga, stop. Shh. Third party my ass.
Mommy, you know Mommy put security cameras. So I'm gonna replay it.
I'm gonna read your mom.
Security cameras around here. Stop lying. It's true. How? Because when you wasn't here, she wasn't. Wait, where's the stop putting the car? Put them in the middle. You said all the cars don't work. They do. I never said that. Oh, this.
I don't want to stay home all day.
Goodness, know that these are not, that the green is not growing. I never run the
Everybody go you for a sec.
It's okay. I won't do anything.
Carlos, go on mute.
Why? Alright.
Because I'm listening to something.
Huh? Let me buy some new markers for me.
Roar!
Last time when we got these, they were very pointy. Some are still pointy. The white couple of them are not pointy. Somewhere around there. Why say no word about it? Why does it look sticky? What? In there. Where?
Stream. What else?
Alright. Sounds good to me, brother.
Who was it? You? You're not to know. I'm gonna say that security. I'm not even having a security camera. They're little. And I saw one around here and killed it. I broke that security camera. Yay! The one that's in the room.
Oh, damn.
The one that's not in any room. There's no security cameras in our room. Because we always go free. Sometimes she goes sometimes.
Why you gotta tell me that? Like, I'm not the person. I'm really not.
Daddy, you know they used to be
Hey. You can honestly just ask anybody. And they'll do it. Like if I'm there.
Where's the red? The red's right here. Right.
I might think about one pro, maybe.
See, where's the grenade?
Yeah, I'm in Ghost.
Yeah.
It's called Ghost Gaming. Yeah, it's called Ghost Gaming, dog.
Now we have all the colors that they use. Now they can
Yeah, I just need to get subs. That's it.
I know it's equal red.
But I'm thinking about moving Ghost. So doing this thing called Charger. It's like really gonna work.
Don't put it like squish, like you did to this.
Like it's really nice, cool.
Okay, don't do that. Don't make me squish it.
It's gonna help the clan.
Carefully, okay?
It's gonna help me. The fuck? Did you just see that lag?
What leg? Oh, it was me. See, I'm sorry. It was me that squished them. It was me by accident. All of them? No. I squished a couple of them. Remember when I wanted to get all the markers last time? I got them all. I didn't get all of them, but I squished them. Look at that. Remember the picture that I made? And I went like that, and then I put some dots around it. Remember? Yeah, it was me. I'm sorry I didn't. It's okay. I thought it was you, but it was me. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go crazy with the people this season.
I squished that yellow very hard.
I think this is the one videos
The yellow, I
I'm
squished it very,
this
very
season.
hard. I popped.
This season, like, I've been trying to, show up for some dance.
Here's the
But, I didn't stream for like 4 days because I've been just looking at my basketball game. I'm probably gonna go play basketball later too. So, I'm gonna be my basketball game. Just like my Fortnite game.
You know, I did that one. That picture.
Fortnite is like the same really as basketball.
I didn't have green hands. Why are you calling my hands green? I need that color, please. Can I have it? Just 1 minute. Dude, what color did the fish? Which one?
Wow, dog, when I was trying to edit that. Nice play, bro. My Pam.
Because I just like your colors.
Spams. Nice dog. Bro, I can use this combo, bro. And I use this combo, bro. It's so good. I don't like camo. I don't know why that. And then your ass, nigga. I just need the candy axe, that's it.
Which purple? The dark one or the light one? The dark one. I need the very bright one. Can I just see this is bright? No, that's the dark one.
Don't get stuck in the past. Sell for more and pay 1% listing fee with Redfin.
Really quick head start to take high ground.
Dude, where's the purple one?
But it is insanely
Where's the
effective.
purple?
So when I'm doing a basic...
The one that looks
Hey,
like
what's up
pink?
guys? Exalted here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over a couple new advanced tips and tricks for you guys to learn and practice in creative. This is going to be episode number 4 of the Staying Ahead of the Curve series. For those of you who are new and don't know what the Staying Ahead of the Curve series is, what it is it's a little series that I do on my channel where I go over new advanced tricks that you need to learn to stay ahead of the curve. The goal of this is to keep you better and always one step ahead of the average player, because as everybody knows, the average player is getting better and better and better, and with the new
They can't black for the middle one.
there's going to be no stopping on that.
Which one's black, the Sharpie or the sticker? The Sharpie? Which one?
So for tip number 1, this is a situation where you have boxed your opponent. He is just right in here. He's right here chilling, waiting for you to edit on him. What most players will do when they're in this situation is they will make a simple edit like this, maybe shoot at him. But this player is 99% of the time expecting that, and it is not very effective. What more advanced players will do is they might rotate and then shoot them through because you'll be phasing it in the rim for a second. But yeah, so what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you a really nice new edit. What it is you're going to edit your stairs like this. Which is a U. So you're just going to make a big U like so. You're going to have this weird stair edit, and then when you're over on this side, you can reset it and phase right to the other side. So from the enemy's perspective, when they see this edit, they're expecting you to come here. They will be sitting here waiting to see, because it's the only open spot. Like, it's the only open place where the, I guess, offensive opponent can out and shoot at them, right? So they're always expecting you to go there. This is your perfect opportunity to jump to the side, edit through, and shot. Super effective strategy. It's not too hard.
That's a beautiful
reset edits. So usually you're going to hit the edit, you're going to reset it, and you're right back. Super effective. I highly suggest you guys start using this. I don't really have words. It's just an insanely effective edit. With that being said, let's get straight into number 2. Alright, so for tip number 2, I'm going to be going over a new way to side jump. Regular side jump pretty much just means that, like, when you get pyramided like this, you just jump to the side and make a move this way or whatever way you want. You can also make a move this way, which is pretty common and really effective. You can go up to some 90s or whatever it might be. Now, if you don't know how to do a simple side jump like this, where you simply just jump to the side and place a floor under you, you really need to learn that. A lot of players. Most players who are watching my videos probably already know how to do that, and that is the issue, that most players know how to do it. So there's a new way to side jump, which is really difficult, but it's insanely effective.
Hey, look at my picture.
So when I'm doing a basic side jump like this, you notice I have to run across my entire floor here before I can even start. This is, you literally have to run flat on an entire square for this franchise. Yes, it's effective. Down there and start building up, but that floor that you have to run across really gives the opponent a new way to side jump is what you're going to do is when you get pyramided this, you're going to be up there, right? Instead of jumping out and then like starting building up here or something, you're going to immediately start your ramp here. And you're going to get an entire extra ramp above them, and this will give you really big head start to take high ground. I'm going to go ahead and show you examples of what that looks like. It's very difficult. A few suggestions that I give you is
Peppa Pig.
because of your viewing angle. So right to the left, you're going to the very corner of the ramp.
Did Mama come up? No. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go to creative real quick, sure.
The treasure chest that color? Yeah. Okay, what do you look better? Me, mine's or Jaylee? Which one?
Jaylee's.
Look at mine's.
Oh yeah, I like yours a little bit.
Even mine? You like mine a lot? Because you like swimming way better. You like because you like swimming in the pool way better. Because
You need to finish yours.
I know. Which one looks way better?
Well, both of yours.
What? When I finish, it's gonna look way cooler. I use couple red because that's your favorite color. I might use a lot of red. Careful. I'm using your favorite color. Stop! This is the blue of it. When I finish, you will watch. You get like mine because I'm using your favorite color right now. No, watching love mine. Watching love mine. Cause I'm gonna use a lot of red. Watch this. Cause he has a lot of red to watch. Mickey Mouse has a lot of red. I think there are a lot of red. What they use a lot? They don't waste it. Why did they have water inside? What? Red water in it? Why do you want red water? Where it can get more ice, where it can get more color.
Creative. This is going to be episode number 4 of the Staying Ahead of the Curve series. For those of you who are new and
Do you want to do it for you?
series is what it is it's a little series that I do on my channel where I go over the new most advanced tips and tricks that you need to learn to stay ahead of the
Take the
curve.
red from
The goal of
one
this
of
is to
these.
keep you better and always one step ahead of the average player, because as everybody knows, the average player is getting better and better and better, and with the new introduction of the
What I do? What I
there's
I'm
going to
gonna
be no
step
stopping
it
on
on
that. So with that being
the
said, let's get straight
shirt.
to staying
What
ahead of
Calito
the
love
curve,
it.
episode number 4.
It's
So
so
for tip
better.
number 1, this is a situation where you have boxed
Who
your
knows
opponent. He is just
what
right
better I'm
here.
gonna make?
He's right here chilling, waiting for you to edit on. What most players will do when they're in this situation is they will make a simple edit like this, maybe shoot at him. But this player
What
is
is it?
99% of the time expecting that, and it is not very
Then
effective
put the
anymore.
red.
What more advanced players will do
Are
is
we
they might
doing
rotate and
fire?
shoot them through because they'll be phasing it in the ramp for a
Fire
second.
water? Is that fire
Yes,
water?
I'm gonna show you a really nice new edit. What it is
Red leaf!
your stick, which is a U. So you're just gonna make a big U like so. You're gonna have this weird stare edit, and when you're over on this side, you can reset your face right from the other side. So from the enemy's perspective, when they see this edit, they're expecting you to
You can't look at
they will
people's
be sitting
feet
here
for
waiting to
outside.
see, because it's the only open spot. Like, it's the only open place where the, I guess, offensive opponent could jump out and shoot at them, right? So they're always expecting you to go there. This is your perfect opportunity to jump to the side, edit through, and get a really nice shot off on them. Super effective strategy. It's not too hard.
Then you can't look.
Set edits. So usually you're gonna hit the edit,
Calito,
reset it,
no, don't
and you're right behind them. Super, super effective. I highly suggest you guys start using it. It's I don't know really how it works. It's just an insanely effective edit. With that being said, let's get straight into number 2. Alright, so for tip number 2, I'm going to be going over a new way to side jump. Regular side jump pretty much just means that, like, when you get pyramided like this, you just jump to the side and you can do this way or whatever way you want. You can
Calito,
also
what's your favorite
this
letter?
way, which is pretty common and really effective.
C.
You can go up to the 90s or whatever. It
Yeah,
might
you
be.
looked at it.
Now, if you
So
don't know how to do a simple side jump like this, where you simply just
what Calito
jump to
love
the side and place a floor under you,
I write a letter.
a lot of players do this.
Hey!
Players who are watching my videos will know how to do that, and that is the issue.
Then stop cheating.
Players know how to do it. So there's a new
I
way
call
to side jump,
cheating.
which is really, really difficult.
They're always
I didn't
cheating.
make a letter, okay? I didn't even see it.
So when I'm doing a basic side jump like this, you notice I have to run
Guys,
across
do
my
you
entire
even know what letters you were?
before I can
She's doing
start
C.
going for high ground. You literally have to run flat on an entire square before this ramp.
David, where is it?
You don't have to
It's
start
like
down there.
camouflaging.
Up, but that
I don't even know where it is.
really gives the opponent the ability and the time he needs to make high ground on you.
Oh, that's top, I think. Is it on top?
Get pyramided
No.
like
Where is
this,
it?
right? Instead of jumping out and then starting to
I saw it.
you're gonna start your ramp here. And you're gonna get an entire extra ramp above them, and this will give
Hey,
you
look. Tell me what color you're
really
gonna
quick
do
head
it.
start to take high ground. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a couple of examples of what that looks like.
Oh, now
It is very, very difficult.
I don't know
The
what it is.
suggestions that I can give you
They
is
put it
moving
next
the
to
left is
a
easier to
green
do the left
spot.
because
So
it's
if you have green,
so running to the
it'll
left,
like
you're gonna run to the
camouflage.
very corner of the ramp. So you're gonna run like very corner of the pyramid. You're gonna run as far to this side as you can because you need to be as high as
Then
possible.
what color is
So I'm gonna go like
Look,
this,
you cannot see it.
and I get really nice, really quick high ground just
What
like
is
that. It is
that even a
extremely
C?
effective, extremely
What the
fast,
hell?
and if you can successfully and consistently
Is
do
it
this,
that? No.
most likely
That's a
always have high ground.
shell.
This is kind of the hard part. This is what will happen is it will actually place your floor. So, like I said, this is a super difficult strategy, and it requires a lot of practice.
I saw it.
For the last tip, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you
Then
guys
you already
the
saw mine.
fastest possible way that
You can pick at each
start
other's
creative 1v1.
And
So, this is pretty typical layout, I'm sure.
you can't color
Players
that.
simply have
You
your
can
buddy on the other side.
Like the
Ramp, then you open it, you guys go ahead and start your 1x1s. So, or your 90s. So, what you're gonna do, actually what most
Only if
players
you're
do
not,
is
if you're coloring,
they'll
don't
build
do
out
that.
one
If
or
you're-
two
if
ramps.
you're- if you're
Now,
not
let's play
coloring,
right now.
you
Doing
can
90s is actually faster than just straight up
And then
running
watch
up
and
ramps.
read
You can get high ground quicker than someone who's just running up ramps forever. This means that when you are doing a creative
So,
1v1,
like,
you want
if you want
to
to put
start
a cake,
your
it's
90s
only
as soon
if
as possible.
you,
The sooner, the better. So, a person that starts their 90s on the first ramp will almost always beat a person who starts. When I mean beat to like this point right here, where you both meet up. So there's tip number 1 for that. Always start as soon as possible. If you're allowed to, you could do it like this and just start on the actual starting ramp. Some people don't like that, just it's difficult to break the building down. So that's going to be tip number 1. Now into the 90s. The fastest 90s you can make, you're going to be holding W and D at the same time. And instead of doing regular 90s like this, where you're meant to up the walls, you're going to want to hold less and do 90s like this. This will just save a little bit of time where you'll be looking there, which means your 90s are going to go faster.
Because that's my first letter in my name.
About getting the high ground. It's all about positioning. So for the first 90, you can pretty much be wherever you want to do, but the closer to the middle you are, the better. It's also harder, but the closer to the middle you are, the faster it'll be. Also,
now do you understand?
Away from the top, the closer your 90, the faster it'll be.
Oh, why do they like it?
So that's kind of the point. Now, for the second 90, you're going to want to do the 90 right in the middle of this ramp. You're not going to want to do the 90 up here. You're going to want to do the 90 right in the middle of your first 90 ramp, like right here. That'll make it so you only run in the middle before you start your second 90 as opposed to if you were to run this way and then start it. So as much as it doesn't take a lot of time, there are some situations where you literally run that ramp at the exact same time. That tip.
I learned to be W.
So a little bit quicker, I'm going to try to show you guys an example.
You can't count like that. Yes, I could. Now, I cheat.
That's going to be it for staying ahead of the curve episode number 3. You guys enjoyed
Get to Harry.
If you did, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next Staying Ahead of the Curve. Also, if you would like to support me for free, my support a creator code is exalted, and I would really appreciate you using it.
The baby's nose is bleeding. Just pinch your nose. There's blood on the crib. Her parents will freak out.
Okay, Jaden, stop. Why? They're not done. I'm not done. Wait, if you're not done, you can still do it. But that,
with that being said,
you can still do it if you're not done. You just said that right now.
Exactly.
Dadito, which one you like? Which one do you really like more?
Jaleesis.
So imagine you're in a
What? How?
where you're in a box.
Look at mine.
You're stuck in a box, and your opponent is above you, like on his head.
Jelly, yours is way too messy. You need to make it in the lines, Jelly.
Which one is? Because I can't do it. Which one is way
Yo, yours.
Oh, Julie wants to make another one and now color breaking one. Once I scribble the
Jelly, do it in the lines.
Okay, I need a paper.
So if your opponent's right here, waiting for you to jump, waiting for you to jump out of there, it's really effective to just kind of face to the door, get it on the phone, and you can shoot at any point after you reset. Which means what you can do is set that. What you can do is you can reset and just sit here. You can go down here.
Right, the which one is better? Elise's or mine?
That's yours?
Yeah. No, that's mine. I made a long time.
Get some nice shots off, maybe move back down, or I guess you could face.
So you were trying to lie to me, Jelly?
Pretty much
I did this.
Super effective. I'm gonna go ahead and
I just wait, I got a good thing I really did.
So as you can see, with wood,
Let me see if you get a beautiful face.
Through, right?
And I didn't get out of mine. This one.
Edit that, reset the edit, cannot go through. But it also works with something. So brick is the only material that it will not work with. I have no idea why it doesn't work with brick.
Did it gotta keep every one of these? Every one of these.
Oh,
it's in the back over here. Because you already passed it. This one? No, I didn't scribble. Oh. 400 pages that has 400. Where? 400. You see it?
Oh, fuck. I was not expecting that was a good move.
That's a lot of pages. 420, yeah. Okay, 100. That'll be like 700. Daddy, the money is very Daddy, you want me to make a picture for you? No, I already did. I want it. Oh my god, Carlito, look at mine. Mine looks way better. Oh! What happened? I just colored my face. I got marker all over my hands. Oh no. You know markers can come off. I don't know about these markers.
Hey guys, welcome back to the most anticipated and requested series on my channel.
Guys, why did I get markers all over my
In this
hands?
video, we're going to cover what I believe is the most underrated aspect of your Fortnite gameplay, your movement. Yes, your movement, as in pressing WASD or moving your thumbsticks on the controller. I'm going to be jumping around and covering different aspects and why it's important, as well as
I did the yellow part,
so
so
I'll
it's
put
okay.
timestamps
No, I
and
did the
screen
yellow
now.
part.
But if you're looking for a
did
very
not
specific
did-
part, you should
yeah,
go and
you
skip
did
to that, but I
Okay,
definitely
we're doing this
recommend
better.
watching the whole
I did this one
Right
for a long time ago. We're
thinking,
doing.
I know how to run fine and
What?
movement be so
What? That's
and
not
more importantly,
fair.
how does it
Lily, how is that not fair?
mechanic?
When I'm telling you the truth.
Because they think building,
You're mad because you need to learn how to draw better.
and that's where they're
After you
wrong.
teach
If
this,
you want a perfect
Yeah, but you know I could draw better than
so
you.
important, we can look no further than Nick Merckx. Whenever I hear PC players talk about Nick Merckx, most of the time they kind of just
Why are you mad?
say
Because you think they're going to win every single time?
here.
is a
They
big
come.
part of his gameplay.
You're not going to win.
Here. Here's mine. No
More
way.
impressive
Here.
to me is
I'm gonna screw up.
and how
I'm
he
gonna
seems to
put
show off his game sense. Let's take a look at this clip. So it's kind of long, but we see Nick inside his home in the towers playing solo squads. We see him duck inside the building, come back out, get a nice shot off at his opponent. After that, he goes for a cheeky little jump shot, but his opponent builds to block it. His opponent falls down too, and Nick waits for him to window edit, knocks him down, and then cleans up another opponent who drops down right in front of him. Nick then retreats and finds more cover behind the door and
I did the bottom thing. So I did the bottom thing, but didn't leave the top thing. Look. But I did the
Yeah, that one looks better.
mine.
So if you think this one
I'm
is
trying to do
special, or you see anything amazing in this clip, I'll slow it down for you guys and explain each part and why his
Sorry, okay?
movement was the sole
We have
reason
a mess
he
over here.
First, we'll look at why he went straight into the house.
We're gonna clean this up. So.
Let's be real here.
Oh.
How many of you guys would have the first guy be shot down after he jumped off or went and challenged the guy's teammate above? I would say about 75% of you guys would have done the first option and followed the other guy down. And the other quarter of you, if you noticed the guy above, would have stayed and tried to challenge him.
Yeah, I'm
If
gonna
you see the guy above him, then those will drop down. This is where the game sense part kicks in. Nick's right because the guy drops down right on top of him, but has no idea where Nick is because Nick hides perfectly behind the door. Nick comes out, lands a shot, and then falls to the ground when his falling jump shot doesn't work. But here's another piece of great news. Instead of stopping and standing there waiting for his opponent to leave and being a stationary target, we see Nick keeps moving. He sees another teammate building up onto the building, so he knows he has to get inside and kill one of the opponents quickly to make it a 2v1 instead of a 3v1. He takes a shot but shoots backwards and heads for the building. He anticipates an edit in the window and secures that knock. Again, we see how amazing his movement is here. Instead of standing and spraying through the wall to try and finish the guy he just knocked, he keeps moving until he's completely out of sight from the guy's teammate who's above him. Nick then waits for this guy to drop down and gets another easy kill. Still, even after both of these kills, he keeps moving and positions himself to the left side of the door so he can get the right hand peeks. The last opponent finally drops in and he gets a shot off with his shotgun and then abuses the right hand peek to get damage off with his AR. Then we see him run out and quite literally juke the player out by pretending to go right but coming back left. To his opponent, he sees Nick come out and Nick's movement shows he's going behind and around to the column or pole that he's standing behind. So he focuses and waits for Nick to come out and pop on the left side. But instead, Nick jukes him out and is completely hidden behind the column and kills his opponent while his opponent has literally no clue where he went. That's the beauty of movement and how it can separate good players from top tier players like Nick. You can say all you want about his building, but the man's earnings in Fortnite tournaments speak for themselves. Evidently, we can see here how important your movement is, and even more importantly, how your game sense and movement are related. Now I want to
get into some tips and tricks to improve upon each and how you can use them together. My first tip is a little extension of what we just saw, using your movement to confuse or misguide enemies. What you always want to be doing in these situations is putting yourself in the enemy's shoes and predicting what they are predicting. You always want to be a step ahead, and your movement can allow you to do that. A classic example is when you run inside a building and your opponent follows you in. Most players will wait for a right-hand peek as your opponent comes in, but if your opponent is good, they'll be ready and anticipating that. Now, if we know what he's going to do and where he's going to be looking for us, how can we use our movement to outplay him? My favorite thing to do is to jump up right as you hear him about to open the door, so by the time he does open the door and is ready for you in the corner, you're in midair opposite of where he expects you. This is just a different application of what Nick did. If your opponent expects you to go left, use your movement to outplay him by facing left and going right. If your opponent expects you to be sitting and waiting for a peek, anticipate it by being ready for him and being ready for you. My second trick is the most optimal and advanced way to peek with a shotgun. Too often I see people peeking by strafing back and forth or up and down to get a good shot off. This is decent if you're a beginner, but this is the worst way to peek. Why? Because you're covering your body so slowly by moving left or right. What you should be doing is something I've seen Eric Triceps do a lot. You want to cover your body as quickly as possible. In order to do this, instead of strafing and slowly moving back behind the wall, you want to shoot, then crouch, and duck out of the way. This is better for two reasons. It's faster as you're gaining forward momentum by ducking down and forward compared to just slowly moving to the side. And second, by crouching and getting your head out of the way, you're basically becoming a harder target to hit, especially for headshots. This trick works for ramps and cones as well. The slow way, again, would just be by moving up, taking the shot, and then going back down. With our new movement trick, you peek and quickly crouch and gain momentum by going to the left or right after you shoot. This is how you should always be peeking with shotguns from now on, as you want to get a quick shot off and then duck down before you can get another shot off or switch weapons, all while taking the most damage you can. The next trick is from Destiny's Jesus, who you guys probably know if you've been on the Fortnite competitive subreddit, so make sure to check him out and I'll leave links to his socials in the description. But the technique is known as crouch swinging. So crouch swinging is when you crouch and move under your opponent to their left and your right in a swinging motion. It seems pretty simple as you're kind of just crouching and moving beneath them to the right, but this is extremely useful when you get into close range SMG or assault rifle fights. Usually you just jump and spray or just sit there and crouch as a stationary target, but with crouch swinging you're abusing your opponent's character model's FOV. So right here we see that he basically becomes impossible to track because my character model blocks off where he goes, especially when they swing under your character's head. In an SMG trade, when he crouch swings, I just can't keep up, even though I hit a few headshots, as he kind of just disappears under my left side. Even with the high sense, you can't keep track of where he is, as he uses your own character's model for cover and disguise. But on the other hand, when they crouch swing to your right, it's not effective at all because your character model doesn't block them at all. This is also very useful in endgames and scrims, pop-up cups, and tournaments when you're on low ground. So if you've ever been in this situation, you'll basically have people dropping on top of you from high ground, people coming out of builds, pretty much every angle. Usually you'll have time to get one shotgun shot off, but after that it comes down to you either spraying with your AR or your SMG. This is when you want to use crouch swinging instead of jumping around like a lunatic. To practice this, just go into a game and try to crouch swing whenever you're spraying someone from close range. After you do it a few times and get it down, I guarantee you'll never lose another SMG spray battle again, as long as you don't miss your shots, of course. Similar to crouch swinging is what I see Mongrel do a lot, which will be our second to last tip. Any good player like Mongrel in an AR fight will not remain still. This is part of the game sense aspect. It's 10 times harder to hit an opponent who's crouching and strafing side to side than hit someone who's just standing still. And just realize that this goes for pretty much any gunfight you get into. You want to just be as elusive and as hard to hit as you can. If you ever watch a great player like Mongrel just beat someone and take no damage in return without building, well, this is exactly why. He's making himself an erratic and dynamic target. If you don't know what ENAS is, ENAS is a term coined by CDN III called the East North American Strafe. If you have no mats and pick a pump shotgun off spawn, the only way to get close to someone with an AR is with an ENAS. And when compared to someone running normally, you can see how much harder they are to hit. Obviously, you'll die either way, and the ENAS is more of a meme, but the idea and its relation to game sense is still important. I want to drill this into your head. If you're losing gunfights and hitting your shots, it's because you're too busy trying to hit your shots when you should be crouch spamming and moving left and right to make it as hard as possible for your opponent to hit you. The last tip I have to improve your movement is to stop jumping like a bunny in shotgun fights. Even in decently high pop-up games, I see players jumping around unable to hit each other because both of them are just spamming their space bars or their X button. A good player knows you don't always want to jump in these 50-50 fights because when you jump, a good opponent will be able to tell and track exactly where you're going and where you're going to land. This entire video is about being unpredictable and using your movement and game sense together to take less damage and win more fights. So the last thing we want to do is let our opponents know exactly where we're going to be, and that's what you do by jumping. This is where you should be incorporating crouch spamming, the dynamic peeking and strafing, crouch swing, and gunfight. The hardest part about this is practicing enough and being able to use your game sense to know which one is best for the situation. You know, I can give you guys all the tools and how you should be able to think about these things, like I have in this episode of Game Sense 101 and in my others. But in the end, it kind of comes down to you guys to practice these techniques and to gain enough experience in the game to decide which to use. So be sure to check out my other Game Sense 101 videos if you haven't seen them already. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. This video shoutouts go to Real Shalissa, Jack, Doom, Alex Monson, Diablo, Burn 101, Cyraps, Dizzy, Mr. Kiru again, Tyler Morris, Garrett Reed, and Doom, who all use my code Jarian in the item shop. Lastly, I'm going to be doing my first ever Twitch stream this Saturday, so be sure to stop by at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time after my video goes up that day, as I'll definitely be live. Otherwise, that's it from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
I'm just practicing.
So in this video we're going to discuss a topic that I've seen in my comments a lot as well as on Twitter. Over the past few weeks, a ton of big content creators have been talking about the skill gap between casual players and what most people refer to as sweats, which are just players like myself and probably many of you guys who actively try to win games and improve their gameplay. If you even mention Fortnite to an Apex player or to someone who quit the game, I can guarantee you they'll say something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, I stopped playing the game because once I'd shoot at someone, they'd build the Taj Mahal, ha ha ha." As unfunny as these jokes are, there are definitely some truth to them. It's evident that the skill level of the game has dramatically increased. One tweet that really caught my eye and got me thinking was from Noah J. After he got destroyed by a bunch of TTV by the ways and soccer skins, he realized that you need to make Fortnite a part-time job to even play it casually. That's the part that I don't agree with and what the video will focus on, because I truly believe that you don't need to play upwards of 5 to 6 hours to be a good player, and that's not even what he said. He said you need to play that much to even play casually. The tips and tricks in this video will help you guys disprove that notion by showing you a different way to improve in less than an hour each day. This video will also be helpful for good players who are currently at a skill plateau where they don't feel like they can improve anymore and they just feel like they're kind of staying at the same skill level. And the reason for that, as you'll see, is they're just not practicing efficiently. So, as per usual,
This is your controller.
Oh!
That's the controller.
Yes!
Ow! You stabbed me.
Leave it there.
My first tip that you need to change is your mindset and mentality. If you're truly dedicated to improving and getting better, and it doesn't even matter why you want to get better, it could be anything. You want to be a pro player, or you can just want to be good enough to dump on your friends at school. But you just need to tell yourself and believe that you can and will improve. If you're constantly telling yourself, "Oh, I can't improve because I can only play an hour or two a day, so I'll never be good," guess what? You won't improve, but it's only because you're preventing yourself from improving.
Part of having this new improvement-focused mindset is to start holding yourself accountable for why you're not improving and why you're dying in game. Stop telling yourself you got bad RNG. You should have landed on floor loot or gone to a better landing spot instead. Fortnite is inherently filled with RNG. If you don't know what RNG is, it just stands for random number generator and just means randomness in the game. Every time you open a chest, there's RNG because you can either get a gold scar or a green infantry rifle. That's the randomness. The thing is though, if Fortnite was as heavily affected by RNG as a lot of you guys say it is, why do we see Bizzle and a lot of other top players consistently winning the tournaments and skirmishes? In the Winter Royale qualifier, Bizzle dropped something like 40 points every single session. Stop blaming RNG and start learning to minimize it. When you die, go straight into replay mode and find out why. So looking at this fight that I died in earlier, why did I die here? Well, it's honestly pretty simple. I missed 2 pump shots and wasn't accurate enough while spraying my SMG. What did I learn? I need to improve my close range aim. Obviously, there will be bugs and things that are out of your control, but the best way to learn from these things is to blame yourself and not things that are out of your control. Because again, that would just be a cop-out you would tell yourself to hinder your growth. More importantly though, is you need to act upon what you say. So if you're ready to improve and you're in the right mindset, you need to go and just do it. When I first started playing with my IRL friends on console, like a year and a half ago, we all started playing around the same time, and we basically all played the same amount. I hadn't played on controller in over 3 years, so when we started, I was probably the worst in my friend group. But as time went on, I quickly surpassed them in skill while barely playing more than them. The point of my story is that you can't improve by only playing squads or limited time modes with your friends and having fun. I'm not saying that you can't have fun while improving, but how many times in squads do you get into build fights? Maybe once every 2 or 3 games. You'd improve your building a lot quicker and in a lot less time if you just went into creative and practiced 1v1s. And you'd also improve your overall game a lot quicker by just playing solos instead of squads. It may not be as fun as goofing around with your friends, but if you want to get to the next level and improve, that's just what you have to do. This leads into my next tip, which is what you should be doing differently to quickly improve in each aspect of the game. So there's 2 major aspects of Fortnite, mechanics and game sense. Let's first focus on improving your mechanics. The main reason you aren't improving your mechanics is that you're not focusing your practice. You're just playing and thinking your mechanics will improve the more you play. Mechanics can be broken down into 3 things: building, editing, and aiming, all of which are important for improving and becoming a better player. By just focusing and honing in on improving each mechanic, or maybe only one for just 20 minutes a day, I guarantee you'll get better mechanically much quicker. You need to isolate your practice to that and only that, which you will see throughout all the drills that I recommend. So first, let's start with building. The most obvious and easily the best way to improve your building quickly is to just do creative 1v1s. Creative 1v1s are amazing building practice for people of all skill levels. The best builders in the world play creative for a couple hours a day to work on new techniques and to perfect their builds. For you guys looking to improve, just try to find a friend that is at your skill level or above it and ask them to 1v1. If you're like me and you have no friends, you can just go to FNPL Discord or to the Turtle Wars Discord that I run, and you can find a ton of kids in there asking to 1v1. If you have a certain building technique or ramp rush that you're struggling with, like maybe 90s, just make sure you go and practice that. Or if you're not that experienced with coning people, just try to cone your opponent as much as you can and see where and when it works. Also, the best part is because it's a creative game and there's nothing on the line, you should try out some new tricks and things that you haven't done before in game. If you're too scared to do those cone jumps in game, well, this is where you should practice them. Practice catching yourself in different spots or adding walls for ramps for protection, because if you fall, guess what? You just start the 1v1 over again. Try to do creative build fights a few times a week for 30 minutes to an hour, and you'll see improvement within a week. Next is improving your aim, which I found is either the hardest or easiest thing for people based on their experience with other games. On PC, my original viewers will know how much I love and recommend Kovacs. Kovacs is an aim trainer in the Steam store, and I'm telling you, if you Kovacs for 30 minutes every day, your aim will improve insanely fast. I have an entire video that I made on the best settings for Kovacs and how to set it up, so make sure you watch that if you haven't used Kovacs before. But I want to tell you guys the 3 scenarios that I'm currently playing. First is Ascended Tracking V3, which will help you improve your tracking aim. This will quickly make you better at beaming people out of the sky or tracking people from long distance with your AR. You can now aim down sight with the right trigger to practice actually ADSing with your ADS sense, or you can just spray like normally with your hipfire sense, and my tutorial shows how to get both your ADS and hipfire sense. Second scenario is Tile Frenzy 180 400% tracking, which is the game with a bunch of cubes moving around in midair. This is a scenario I'm pretty new to, but it's really good for close range spraying with your AR and SMG, because it's 180 and the targets can be above you and to the side of you, which makes it more applicable to an actual game of Fortnite. Make sure to use your hipfire sense for this one. Last is Tile Frenzy 180, which you can use the shotgun crosshair in Fortnite for. This is the best practice you can get for training flicks in your close range shotgun aim. Remember to also use your hipfire sense for this one. It's fun and will help you get your aim much better and much faster than just playing Fortnite normally. Kovacs is only available for keyboard and mouse players, so for controller players, I recommend this insane map by Selage, which I covered in a previous video. It has a bunch of practice drills that are similar to Kovacs, and all the targets are bots, so you'll get aim assist. I'll put the code for the course up on the screen now, as well as in the description, and you can check my other videos, as I have a ton of other videos on creative courses you can use to improve your aim. It goes without saying that you can always just play the game to improve, but the point of this video is to let you guys know the quickest and most effective ways to improve different aspects of your game. So if you're looking to improve your aim, Kovacs or creative courses will help you improve much more quickly than playing Fortnite normally. Editing is the last of the core mechanics I'll cover, and luckily for us, it's the easiest to practice. There's a ridiculous amount of editing courses out there right now, like Slappies and Mongrels. The one I recommend is by Canduk, who you guys might remember when creative courses first came out. A couple of days ago, he released 3 editing courses in creative that you can practice on. I'll leave the code up on the screen now, but what's so great about these 3 courses he made are that they're all next to each other in the same creative world. There are 3 levels, beginner, intermediate, and pro, so if you're struggling on the harder ones, there are easier options. I always recommend practicing on the hardest one because editing is all muscle memory and practice, so 15 minutes of straight editing practice will go a long way. To practice all 3 of the core mechanics, I suggest either playing creative modes like Turtle Wars or Storm Wars, or just hot dropping Tilted. The point of doing all 3 of these is that you want to get as many engagements as possible, and each of the games I just suggested will help you do that. If you play Turtle Wars for 20 minutes, you'll probably get close to something like 40 different fights, while a normal 20-minute game of Fortnite, you'll probably fight like 3 to 4 people max. So if it isn't already clear, my philosophy is just focusing on a certain aspect of the game and practicing only that to learn and improve quickly and efficiently. Now we can talk about the last reason you're not improving and how you will start to get better. Game sense. So game sense is probably the hardest thing to teach, yet is one of the biggest aspects of Fortnite. You're struggling now because you don't even know what game sense is, probably. I'll define it as just being aware of everything going on in the game and around you, like conserving your mats, paying attention to circle, utilizing your loadout effectively, and everything else. My advice for game sense is the opposite for mechanics, so if you're trying to learn and perfect your mechanics, drop tilted every game and just push everyone you see. On the other hand, if you're learning game sense, land in a safe area like Jump Junction, just loot up and try to survive until the end. Don't hide, but only take smart fights like third-partying 2 low opponents or when you have to fight someone who's engaging you. This means that you shouldn't just run away from everyone, as sometimes you'll have to fight people. But when you play to win, you'll learn rotations, you learn where to move on the map, and how to play endgames. Only focus on your game sense when you're comfortable with your mechanics. If you're messing up your builds a lot and losing build fights in games, go back and perfect your mechanics before you start working on game sense. You can also learn a lot about game sense by playing in the new ranked modes, so even if you're not that good, you'll get matched up with players who are at the same skill level as you because they'll have similar point values. This way you can learn and improve your game sense in an actual competitive setting without getting clapped by TTV by the ways who have 500 rank points. Last tip for game sense is to just watch my series on it. I think it's the only game sense series on YouTube, and a secret tip is that if you use code Jarian in the item shop, your IQ actually goes up by 100. I swear. Anyways, my final tip for the video is just become a student of the game. I know that may sound weird and some 12-year-old's about to type, "Ha, cringe." But I'm being serious. When you have free time, go and just watch a pro player like Liquid 72 Hours and think about why he's making the decision he is. Why did he build with a cone and not a floor? Why did he rotate to circle so late? Why did he use Rip to go on this rotation instead of saving it? These are all things that you should be asking yourself and then go back into his VOD to understand. I don't want to sound mean, but watching someone like Lachlan roll around in a hamster ball is fun, but if you're really trying to improve, maybe go and watch a pro player's Twitch stream for 15 minutes instead. I think I'll conclude my video with that. I know not everyone wants to become a pro player, but improving at Fortnite is fun and is a good goal to have. My life motto is that you should always have a goal and every day be working to improve and working towards it, even if it's just like winning your first Fortnite game or scoring high in the ranked tournaments and pop-up cups. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. This video shoutouts go to Jack, Alex, Legion, Sean Moist 121, David Pearson, Vizos, FX Knight, Zyreax, Pakes, Lucas Petty, John Paul, and Elliot, who all use my code in the item shop. Make sure to follow my stream on Twitch, as I'll be trying to stream every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from now on. If you're early while watching this video right now, go check my pinned comment, as I'll be streaming. Otherwise, that's it from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
See, what's the put up there? Up there, thinking I can see it. Up there. Where?
In my room.
In our room? Yeah, thank you, Kalita. I didn't have anything on our room. And we wouldn't have anything in our room, and then the rumble would ugly.
You know, between like 10 to 20 points, you know, you have a bunch of people with like TTV in their name, YT, TV, you know, all those, the TTV guys and YouTube guys are in like 10 to 20 points. And then eventually, as you start getting like higher and higher in points, like 40, 50, 60 points, there's like less and less TTV players, and there's more players with just like intimidating names like Kevin is a cow, or I spam L2, you know? Those dumb names. That's what it ends up turning into. I'm landing way too high. Although I don't think I'm contested. Oh, that guy landed close enough to contest. I gotta be careful. That is a deadly first chest. Like, if I'm being honest with you, bro, they gave me that chest and they know exactly what they're doing. Boogie bombs and a gold pump. You know what that means. You know it's about to go down. Like, you know when you give me a boogie bomb and a gold pump, like, there's only two possible situations. Either I get killed and rage, or I hit one person with one of these boogie bombs and take their face off with a 200 pump shot. Boogie self. That would be funny. That would be funny if I boogie bomb myself after all that talk. That sucks, chat. We lost. Psych. They gave him a boogie bomb too? I mean, a golden pump? I didn't hear him jump. It was a weird moment for me when, like, my little brother, Junior, was, like, into those, children's shows, because initially it was just like, where's my boogie bomb? Oh, well, I don't need a boogie bomb to fight. How close is this? It's away from us. So, the reason why it was like a little weird that he was into all those kids shows, because me and my I have 3 younger brothers, right? Me and my 2 younger brothers at the time, before Junior was around, we were all into the same things, you know? When Otto was like 3 years old, we had him playing RuneScape and farming for us, and we were fighting each other. Like, even though Otto was a 3-year-old, in our eyes, he was like one of us. So when Junior came around, and he was all into these like kid shows and Dora the Explorer and Einstein Kids or whatever, and he wasn't into the stuff that we were into at the time. It was like a little bit of a disconnect. I was just like, okay, he's got his own thing going on. I feel you. But yeah, it's just a little weird at the time. But Junior quickly like picked up, and he started playing RuneScape when he was 3, and he got better with time. He's been gaming for a while. Don't shoot me, please. Hey yo, what up, homie? Woo! That's fun. I feel a little too safe in this thing though, like low key. A little too safe. Hey yo! Woo-wee! Wow! This is rolling round. Yeah, I am better than all my brothers at Fortnite. Like, I know they Otto thinks he's better than me, and Junior thinks he's better than me, but it's just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if my little brothers were actually better than me, I wouldn't be afraid to say that they were, you know? But I know the way they are, even if they knew they were better than me, or I was better than them, they wouldn't say it, so they're both really good. It's just like, without a doubt, I am better. Otto, maybe Otto said that I'm better than him. He's a little more mature. Hey, the spot's taken, brother. The spot's taken. You better back up. You best back up. This ain't your spot. You best back up. Hey, the hell, man? What are you doing? We're not teaming. I just don't want to get killed, so I'm not gonna get out. And you don't get out, and I don't get out. We're chill. This ain't teaming, chat, because I want to stay here. I don't want to fight because I want to get placement points. Hey, yo, who's shooting it? What the hell? Hey, yo, come on, man. Don't make it weird. Why don't you just hop off real quick, all right? Stop making it weird, bro. You're gonna get me in trouble. Get off. The funniest part is this could happen in the World Cup. This exact scenario could happen in the World Cup. And it's no one's fault but Epic. It really is. It's no one's fault but Epic. Because technically speaking, right now, me getting out of this and shooting this guy would only reduce my chances of winning this game. Because he could get out and start shooting me. And while I'm shooting his hamster ball, he could get out and pump me. It's in both our best interests to just sit up here and not do anything until, it's probably better for me to get out and, like, build a metal box so I don't get shot at. But you get what I'm saying, chat? The worst part is you can actually pick things up while you're in the, Yo, you just trying to push me off? Yo, what's up, Cody? You're going to get banned? No, I'm not, dude. I'm not teaming with this guy. If I could kill him, I would. I would kill him right now. Okay, we gotta get... What the... Yo, He's waving at us! Chat, it's gonna get kind of spicy. I want to get boxed and trapped. Careful, careful. Dude, this guy could easily box him in and trap him. I'm staying in an angle that's like... I ain't about it, dude. What have you done, Epic? What have you done? What is this hamster stuff? This is a 30-point competitive game. Chat, what if I got out and just pumped this guy in the freaking face right now? He's gonna box him in. Team chat. Where's my ball? Where'd my ball go, chat? I need my hamster ball. It fell down. Oh, it's down there. I see it. Chill, I heard that shotgun, dude. Oh my god, relax. Yes, dude. Where'd the ball go? Why was that guy so good at protecting himself from me, but so terrible at protecting himself from someone shooting him in the back? Like, he's literally... Oh well. I lost my hamster ball and didn't even get the kill. That guy shot through a metal wall, by the way, to get to him. Like, he spammed through the metal wall to get to him.
No!
That didn't kill him. It's actually very surprising that didn't kill him. Did I hit him for 72? Kill anyways. Never mind, I won't. It's not gonna count as my kill unless he dies to the storm within. We have to die within like 5 seconds, right? there's 6 chests here, dude. It's crazy.
That is not.
See Ninja in your chat?
Yep.
God, dude, the people who say I'm live, like, every second
Are toxic.
want to just...
Oh, this guy is beamed. Oh, he got beamed out the sky. Of course. Hey! What's this? This can't be destroyed.
Damn, I gotta win
How
that
many
game.
points do you need to get to the finals? It's kind of a region by region thing. So you have to get top 1,500 in the semifinals to make it to the finals, and then the finals, you have 10 games to get as many points as possible. Am I Pad City? Yeah. Chronic Haste, what's up? You need 125 points for this tournament. So honestly, you have 3 hours. You could probably do it within 3 hours. Just go crazy for kills the first couple of games. Try to get placement as well if you can, like a 10-kill win. You might have to camp for a bit. Thank you guys for all the new subscribers and 700 likes. Let's go. Thank you guys. I don't really play any mobile games as of right now. I kind of wanted to get back into Clash Royale. Probably not going to happen. Rules of Survival I kind of want to get back into. We'll see. Just like for fun. Three hours for the Lux semi-finals. The Lux Cup. Here's some free. What are the points for solo? 25, 12, 7? Free? Or I completely own. Hello? Anybody home? Who wants to get sniped? Guy wasn't paying attention.
Rocket launcher, 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 tap my neck, another pigment in my brain. Oh yeah, keep pushing my second spray. That's over, that's for you, Water is water, water is water.
I wasn't paying attention. Jeez.
Bye.
I don't want to destroy this ball. Zone. Thank you, game. I have got to beam people. I have to.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I'm good today. Grinding on this new tournament. Chat. All of my viewers and shit, you can now see them. This is that I real. Check the abuse that's happening on the stream. That's why I'm watching it. That's why I'm reading the comments to the computer. I'm streaming for almost 2 hours and almost 30 minutes.
My God.
No big breaks now, bro. I had to come back from yesterday because I couldn't stream good. And come with a long stream today. I gotta look to as early as possible. Look at shit the people that are streaming. I'm just trying to look up. Yeah, I'm just playing slow these games. Last game I had 7 kills. I could have got 8 if I would have got that. Could have got a dog right there. I could definitely got that. I was just pumping for one. I could have on there. I guess I made a mistake, so. Yeah, after this chest,
oh, the connection got so bad there. I just missed my shots though.
Yep.
That should have been easy.
Alright, Zust, you ready?
Yeah, I might play duos later, bro. But I'll just grind on solos. GG's, man. Shout out to Xavier for the $12 donation. That's facts.
Ready? What happened? I died. I got like 8th place. Got a few kills.
I thought it was going to be 100.
Okay. Guys, if you are new, make sure to drop a sub, drop a like, and go follow Zust. His link is in the description. He's on Twitch. If you guys want to, go drop him a follow. It's not solo, it's duos. I got some food. Feeling a little less whiny.
Splash some water on the face. No.
Zetro, what's up, man? Thank you.
My stomach's feeling a little bit.
Nice. Are you done crying? Or you gotta just keep crying.
I'll keep crying.
Okay.
I'll truly be done crying
when we were winning millions.
And then I can go to bed for a little while.
You're going to bed? What? You're getting up at 2 though, right? Or like 1? For warm-ups?
No, I'm gonna sleep through it.
Alright, sweet. I mean, knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. What? You have no grind in you.
That is the end.
That's my favorite thing to say ever.
Yeah, that's sad, really.
You cannot play solo duos, and that would not be a good idea. It wouldn't be.
You can't. You're not even allowed to go to that game mode.
I'm gonna land here. I'm gonna land bunny.
You would literally be pounded immediately.
Yeah. No chest here, but when other people land here, they get gold scars, pumps, shields.
We got a llama here.
Let's go. You mean you got a llama?
Yeah, but I had no shield. I did have minis in my.
You'll share one of those.
6 of those.
Nice.
6 minis. Pop. 9 minis. Slurp.
Jesus. What do you want? Any guns? I have a flintlock, AR.
The wet sub. Okay, pull up my stream right now and just look.
Alright. People are at the Pleasant House. Alright?
Who's these tryhards?
What? I just took 10 fall damage. That is sweet. Love to see that. Alright, give me a second. There's an ad that you get no part.
And I haven't even been in this house yet.
Alright, let me see. Oh, holy crap! Drop it real quick. Drop it all. Jesus. Raven.
I haven't even been in this house. What should we drink?
I think. Drink.
Sliver?
How many shields? You have 2? Let's save the slurp.
I have 2 big pots.
That's crazy. Carry 4 minis. That is
Carry 8. me in a slurp, yeah, I guess.
That never happens. Ever again.
There's another one in here. That is, oh, baller. He turned around and just ripped it. I don't believe there are people in this buck location. As if his spot was so much better. Take a few bites.
That's all that kid does is eat.
All I do is eat.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You got a llama. You don't have to farm anything. You rub it in.
Right there.
They're you. They shoot a snipe and sprint.
Wait, what? Hey, you guys saw that, right?
PG, I was on that box you earlier. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah. I beamed you and then you all played me because I'm horrible. Yeah, good game.
What is up? Runic Shield. Who was color purple on the my number 19 spot? I had to give it to the Frozen Love Ranger with the Molten Valkyrie wings. This is another troll one, but my gosh, look at that. There is wise as well. I feel like the theme of this one worked. I think I believe, but that little bit swings, guys. I feel like you're only, but something fits her hair combo. That red and orange on the back bling. It's really mad at the end.
Jaden, have you ate anything?
What?
Have we ate?
No.
I'm gonna eat something. I'm starving.
Well.
sorry guys, I had to. So bold man, I'm starving. And the food is just surreal.
Calito, what are you eating?
Surreal.
What? Cereal?
Hey, this is Jake. I left my phone in your car last night. You're dropping off in Brooklyn?
Yes, I remember.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad you found my phone. I'm calling you from my neighbor's landline.
I dropped you off at 189 First Street,
Yeah, that's my address.
apartment 3B.
How did you know the apartment number? I don't remember giving it to you.
I remember.
Okay, well, yeah, that's me. Can I come and pick up the phone?
You had a lot to drink last night.
Yes, I did. It's probably why I lost my phone.
You didn't lose it.
Huh?
Put it here. For me.
I didn't. Hey, man, can I just get it back? My whole life is in there. Wait, how did you unlock it? I have a passcode on it.
I remembered.
You remembered my passcode?
Yes.
Did I say it out loud or something while I was talking on the phone?
You said many things.
Well, I would appreciate it if you would not look through. Can I come and pick it up now?
Yes.
Okay, where are you?
188 10th Street.
That's close by. I'll be over in about 20 minutes.
I'll be waiting.
Great. Should I bring some cash? Do you want a small reward? I'm very grateful.
You are the reward.
I'm the reward? Huh?
Yes.
I'm not really sure what your deal is, man, but I'll see you soon. Which apartment are you?
1A.
Okay, I'll be right there.
3 minutes later, Jake arrives at 188 10th Street and rings the buzzer of apartment 1A.
Hey, I'm here.
He hears the driver's voice.
Do you think you could just come out here with the phone? I'm kind of in a hurry.
No. You must enter.
Jake hears the buzzer and opens the door to the building. He knocks at the door of apartment 1A. The door opens. He sees the driver. The room behind the man is dark.
Do you want your phone?
Yes?
Come in.
Jake enters the apartment.
What the hell? What's that weird smell? And what are all these phones doing on the table? Which one is mine?
Don't you remember? Because I remember.
You remember what? You keep saying that you remember.
Do you see your phone?
What? No! There are too many of them. I can't tell which one is mine. You're freaking me out. I'm leaving. I'll just get a new phone.
What?
Hey! Why is the door locked? What the hell?
Find your phone.
There are dozens of phones on this table, and they're all iPhones. What kind of game is this, man?
No, you know, mommy needs to call La Chichi.
Okay, I'm looking for each one.
For La Chichi.
I'm trying my passcode.
For her.
Good.
For La Chichi.
But that won't help you now.
Why not?
The bad review. It was from you. I lost my license because of it, and now you will pay. They will all pay.
The review I left for the driver who harassed my girlfriend? That was you?
Yes. I lost my job and my family because of that.
And what about all these other phones?
Those were the other bad reviews. Yours was the last.
What did you do to all of these other people? Oh God. That horrible smell? You didn't...
I had to regain my honor.
I'm calling the cops.
No, you are not.
The driver takes out a knife and stabs Jake, who falls to the floor.
You see, I remember the review you left of me. I remember all the reviews.
Eventually, a neighbor called police about the terrible smell in apartment 1A. The driver was caught and arrested. The story was on all the front pages. And from then on, New Yorkers never gave their Uber drivers anything less than 5 stars.
got this. You're almost in placement. Almost in placement. Hey, you have max mats. You have max mats. Stay up. Just keep building. Keep building. You have max mats. Stay building. Keep building. You're not in zone. You're not in zone. I know. 6 people left. You got this, bro. That's him. That's the kid. Okay, you have 500 mats left. 600. Nice. Good shots. Let's go, Ezzy. Let's go, Ezzy. Let's go. Oh my god. You have them trapped. On top of you. Tiger. Go. Leave him. Just don't fight for it. Why are you fighting for it? Hey, he has an RPG, bro. Two guys left. One guy's ultra low. Yes, Ezzy, you have 400 mats. Let's go. Minis. Got this, okay. One more mini. Okay. Let's go. All good.
Make sure you use code SE in the item shop before you purchase any cosmetic items. Thank you.
Let's go. All good.
Make sure you use code SE in the item shop before you purchase any cosmetic items. Thank
Dito ito. Gotcha, bitch. He probably hates me.
How much does Steve pay you for an edit? I'm so curious. Are you down to box at TSF? When are you releasing your editing back? What's the dumbest thing Facebook
Bitch,
makes?
where?
So a lot of you guys might know me because I've edited videos for banks.
So, nigga, what?
And I always get questions.
Damn, GG's, bro.
Hey, D-Wap, how did you meet Keith? So today, while we play Fortnite, I'm gonna be answering the 10 most juicy and most interesting questions you guys want to know. 1 kill equals 1 question. Alright, boys and girls, so I'm thinking of going to the towers. That way I can answer more questions because I'm gonna kill everybody there. By the way, to make things more spicy, if I win this game, I'm gonna give out some Amazon gift cards on my Instagram tomorrow. Alright, so I'm gonna land in this building by the big clock. Hopefully I get a shotgun. Yes, a blue pump. That's all I need, baby girl. Hold on, I hear someone outside. I got a blue pump. There's no way.
Ya limpia eso.
Yes.
That.
It's time for the first question. So David is asking, how did you start to edit for Keith? Honestly, this is a very funny story because at first I wasn't even trying to edit for Keith. So one day I was talking to Banks and then he goes, hey yo, are you down to edit Keith's first vlog? And at the time I was very busy editing videos for Rice and Alyssa. So I kindly told Banks, hey, I'm not sure if this is the right thing for me because I'm already stressed with the work I have. But then Banks convinced me to give it a shot. And I'm honestly so happy I gave it a shot because Tiju turned out to be an amazing person to work with. And he treats me very well, so I can't complain. By the way, if you guys want to support me, feel free to use code FLOWER. You know, that's my epic username. That's my Fortnite username. So yeah, feel free to... Oh my god, hold on. I gotta run away, boys. I'm chilling. I have a med kit built up. Let's go up there, you know, to security. Alright, I think we're fine, boys. I got a med kit. Nice. Alright, we're safe and sound. 8 seconds on the med kit. Wait, I hear somebody. Guys, I'm gonna kill him for a second question. Trust me, I got this. Let's go! 2 questions so far. So here my boy 6 asks, what's the weirdest thing you've seen while editing a video? Alright, so the weirdest moment of all time. So I'm not even gonna say who it is because I don't want to make fun of them, but that person accidentally left the camera recording while they were at the restrooms, and obviously I can't show that footage because... But yeah, it was pretty funny. Hold on, I think it's time for 3rd question. Let's go. Yes. Easy, I got this. Stop. Boom. 3rd question. This is easy, boys. So Mohsin asks, what's the story of you becoming Rice's editor? The funny thing is that it happened completely randomly. So about 3 years ago, I was making meme edits of Rice Gum because at the time he was blowing up. So a couple months went by and he ended up hitting me up on Twitter saying how he likes my meme edits and wanted to potentially work with me. And it's pretty crazy to me because at the time when making these meme edits, I had no idea it could lead up to a job opportunity, let alone make me move to Los Angeles. Alright, who wants to be my question number 4? Alright, this guy is hitting me from the back. I see how you like it. Let me drink these back. I'm not the best at build battles, but I got this, guys. I got it. Okay, let me get that high ground real quick. It's all about the high ground, baby. Come on. Oh my god, I suck at this game. Gotta kill it. I feel this. Oh. Easy. 1 and 2. Boom, baby. Wait. Is there someone else? Hey, we're already at 4 questions. This is doing pretty good so far. No way. Protect. Am I gonna get another kill? Hey, maybe 2 questions in a row straight away. That counts as a kill. So I'm gonna just answer 2 questions. Alright, so your boy now asks, what's the best editing software for you? Obviously, this is a very popular question. I personally use Adobe Premiere Pro, but hold on, that doesn't mean you also have to use Premiere Pro because there's a ton of good editing softwares around here, but I would personally suggest either Sony Vegas, Premiere, or Final Cut Pro because they honestly are very well suited for you. Alright, so I guess I fooled everybody from Tilted Towers. It's time to go to Salty Springs. But yeah, I still have another question to answer. Here my boy Muzzle says, what's the dumbest thing Face Banks did to you? So as you guys may know, I actually live with Banks at the Cloud House. And if there's something that we do quite often here at the Cloud House, it's ordering food from Postmates or Uber Eats. But anyway, so a few months ago, I went back to Canada just to visit my family for a few weeks, you know. And I cannot make this up, this is too funny. 7 days after I already left the Cloud House, I get a text message from Banks asking if I can go pick up his Postmates order from outside. Alright, so I learned this quad crasher trick from Tifu. Let's try it one time for one time. Whoa. Kind of works. This is boring. There's no one in solid springs.
Yeah.
One answer a question, please. Come on, die. What the hell? Finally. Whoa, that guy took like 75 hits. So question 6. Face Orba asks, are you down to box at KSMA? Well, I think I already know about it. Nah, just kidding. There's absolutely no bad blood. I really like him. I think he's a great... Yo, who's trying to kill? Where is this guy? I think I might just launch pad. Where is this guy? Oh, there you go. Yeah, miss me one time, baby girl. Okay, Mr. He's real thing. Yeah, take this one time for one time. Hey, yeah. Question number 7. He asks, how did you get to work for the Cloud Town? Also very popular question, obviously. As I previously said, Rice hit me up about 2 years ago, and I also started working with Face Adapt. And work with Face Adapt is wonderful, but at that time, I was also in college, and it was getting hard to manage both Rice and Alex at the same time, and we all agreed that it would be a great idea for me to drop out of college and come work with them here in Hollywood. Anyways, 9 people left. I feel pretty confident. I'm sure we can win this. Do you guys see anyone? I might just drop down this hill because there's no one. Absolutely. Come on. Oh, wait. You guys hear this other glider? I think we got a vacant, boys. Who wants this Tiwa pump? Oh, there we go. I got you.
Jeez, man.
Take this pump to the face. Question 8. Samo asks, what are your plans for the future? My
First
boy
play.
Sam is trying to get me. I don't know if you're talking about the future like 5 years, because honestly, all I know is that for this year, I just want to start uploading more YouTube videos. That's my only plan. Okay, I
How's
guess
the
I'm
pump?
gonna go to this chest. There's probably one inside this truck. Oh, there you go. What am I gonna get? Oh, perfect. A rift to go. All I need. Let's go, baby. Who's trying to get this Tiwa pump? Boy. Oh. Am I gonna third party these? I think so. Let's go. Get high ground real quick. Okay. Take this RPG. Oh, what? I think I got him. Where is this kid? Where is he? Oh my god. Ouch. No. I gotta win this, boys. I have to. Let me reload this. Oof. He almost got me. Where is
No one is better than me.
One time, 2 times. Let's go. 8 kills.
The best
You gonna put this back?
It's time for question 9.
No, no, tengo. No, mami.
Mire ese reguero, Dios mío, pero que cuando ustedes usen algo, por el amor de Dios, recójanlo, coño, que estoy harta de la maldita vaina, coño. Que es que ustedes no tienen sexo, que nada más juegan un ratico, nada más para tirar los regueros. Que yo venga y no vea nada ahí, oye. Harta, coño, con malditos regueros,
question from Optics Sway. First of all, I just want to say Sway, congrats on that. And he said chocolate. Well, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think hats are not fair because like my math homework wasn't the right order. So I was like, what? I said number 8, not the number 9. So then we had to go to the block, not the drive-through. So it was just so annoying. And she hit me up on Snap, but then I forgot that I failed my test with a 90%. Alright, next question is from Emily. How do you pronounce your name? So, my name is Luis. That's how you pronounce it, because I'm Hispanic. But you can call me Luis, like a lot of people call me Luis. I don't really mind. But, yeah, preferably it's Luis, but you can call me Luis if you want. Alright, next question is from Chaos. Did you expect to be this big when you started YouTube? Of course I did. It's always the mindset that changes a lot of things. For example, if your mindset is, I'm not gonna make it, I gotta focus on school more, that's not gonna work, alright? My mindset is like infinite, like I'm gonna keep growing, but my goal is to grow even faster than more, you know? Just keep on grinding, like don't let nothing unmotivate you, like just don't be like that, you know? For example, if you set yourself goals as well, your mindset is gonna change a lot, because you're gonna tell yourself, okay, so I'm gonna try to get 100,000 subscribers in this month. Chances are you're gonna get really close to it, or you're gonna reach your goal. But if you tell yourself, nah, bro, I'm not gonna make it, I'm gonna quit, then you're not gonna make it. But also, don't forget to just like say, remember to act as well. You have to grind yourself. Oh God, it's not as easy as saying. You have to grind to make sure you're doing things right. Next question is from Riot. Riot said, where would Swavy be if he didn't leave? It would definitely be huge. It would be like 10 times bigger, like 100K followers on Twitter, I think, because it had a lot of potential. I left and joined Chronic is because so many people just kept leaving, joining, like, and I just didn't like that. And also I got offered Chronic, which was like the best team in the community, even though it was like 1 month it was already better than this week in my opinion. So yeah. Bus says, how do you feel about a fat guy in the Fortnite community, aka Bus? I think,
Nice.
well, Bus, your ass, but, yeah, this question comes from Evade Dragon. If not YouTube, what would have been your dream job? Definitely an NBA player. When I was young, like, I've always wanted to be an NBA player. I just love basketball, it's super fun. I'm also super competitive. I hate losing. I'm a sore loser. That's why I rarely lose. But yeah, a basketball player. Favorite thing to do other than Fortnite is hanging out with friends, you know, riding, or playing sports. And if it was sports, then it would be either basketball, soccer, or football. I love those sports, and I'm always down to play. Next question is from Tezer, Frosty, and Chronic 2641392. So why is Bus better than me? It's because she's fat. Next question is from Virus Flaws. If 4 dies, what's your plan now? 2 boys? Vlogging. I love, like, I was gonna say I love vlogging, but I've never done it before. But I love watching vlogs, and I feel like me vlogging would make me, like, travel a lot, and that sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely vlogging. Next question we got is, what's your favorite drizzle you listen to? Skyberry. Definitely Low Pump. Definitely Bleed It by Low Pump. But anyways, guys, that's about it. So again, I want to thank you guys for 400,000 subscribers. That is insane. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And I'm out. Peace. Yo, Ship here, bringing you another video. And today's video is gonna be Lacquer Tour. Did one earlier a couple seasons ago, but we got more skins, and I want to go over what skins I got right now. And let's get into it. So we got the Spider Woman up top. She's alright, you know. The skin's pretty good. Rocket sometimes. The Arc skin, she's alright. The back bling, the big wings, just not me, bro. It's just not me. They're too bulky, bro. They're way too big. Knight Classic. Black Knight's really good. Crack Shot. Bought it when it came back. Haven't worn it since. The head's just too big, bro. Honestly, when you're in fights and stuff, just the head's huge. Brutal. Red Knight Classic. Love it. Elite Agent, really good. You can take the helmet off. It's cool. I like the Elite Agent. Good skin. Ski skins, I really like. I got all the girl ones. They're fire. Gingerbread Man. He's fire. I like the Gingerbread Man a lot. One of my faves. Kuno is a very good skin, I think. The Kuno. Super good skin. Got it right when it came out. Super sweaty skin. Ginger Gunner, one of my favorites. Really good skin. Wear it a lot. Yep, more ski skins, fire. These are my fave. Probably my favorite top 3 girl ones. Ski. I barely run this skin. I don't even know what this is, to be honest with you. I don't know why I bought it. It's cheesy. It looks cheesy. The horns are huge. I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you when I was buying this. Criminal Girl, fire. Shadow Ops, one of my favorite. Like that skin a lot. Sparkle Specialist, really good skin, like that one. Arctic Assassin Classic. Arctic Assassin's probably got this skin super long time ago. Really good skin. Mutations Expert, sweaty skin. We know that. Really good skin. Maven, got it right. Another sweaty skin. Really good. Alright, we're gonna have a talk. Fish Sticks. I don't know how I feel about it, bro. Got it when it came out. I don't know. People like it. It's just, there's something about it. About Fish Sticks. I don't know what it is. Soccer skins, I got those when they came out. Favorite. One of my faves. This is probably my favorite soccer skin. The Finesse Finisher. That's probably my favorite. Clinical Cross, another good one. Chopper. No. I don't know how many times Chopper's been out, but really good skin. Chopper. I like Chopper a lot. Bright Bomber Classic. Wear her quite a bit. She's a classic. Oh, more soccer skin. I like it. Just all the girl soccer skins are good, I think. Recon Specials. Got this one for a long time ago. Really good skin. BD Girl. She's fire. Red Nose Raider. It's up there with the Christmas skins. I like her. She's a good skin. Assault Trooper. Pretty much a knockoff of Renegade Raider, just without the helmet.
That's what I did.
Cool. Bullseye, another copy of the what's it called? Renegade Raider, another copy of it. It's just the helmet and all that. It's a good skin. Commando, I like Commando. It's just, I don't know. Everybody started buying her. It's just such a common skin now. I don't know. I don't really rock Commando that much anymore. Jungle Scout, good skin. Really good skin, Jungle Scout, like her. Dog Ops I wear. I know everybody has it now, but I still like Dog Ops. Alright, don't roast me in the comments for this one. I don't even know what to say right now. With this one. This is brutal. We're just gonna keep moving. Alright, let's keep moving. Chop. Yep. Carbine, he's cool. He's alright. Yeah, he's decent. He's cool. He's cool. I like him. We're just gonna keep moving. I'm just not feeling that skin. Blackheart, I got him fully upgraded. It's just cheesy, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't like it even fully upgraded. Battlehound, got him for the back bling, the cape. I like that, but the skin of Blackhound, I'm just not feeling. Ranger, see, I like. No one really rocks him now. I've never seen him rock. He's alright. He's alright. Got the tracker. He came back out not too long ago. He's whatever. Cuddle Team Leader. Classic skin. He's cool. Dark Boy. This skin, I don't know. I never wear it. Then you got Dark Voyager. He's cool. He's cool. This skin, Deadfire. I don't even know, man. I bought him when the zombies came out, and I never wore it again. This skin, whatever. Battle Pass. He's whatever. DJ Bob. Now, DJ Bob, it's an underrated skin. No, it looks foolish, but it's very, I don't know, there's something about it. No one really runs DJ Bob. I think it's a good skin. This guy, the Drift, he's, I don't even know. Enforcer, probably one of my favorites. Super sweaty skin. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a fan of it. Havoc, from the Twitch Prime. Rare skin. I don't know if you would say it's rare. It's uncommon. Cool. Glimmer. She's cool. I like her back bling with cape. I like her. Frozen Red Knight Classic. These skins are alright. I like the Red Knight though. Frostbite. Cheesy skin in my opinion. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. Fate's a sweaty skin. I would say Fate's pretty sweaty. Pretty good skin. Fallen Love Ranger, kind of cool. I like it. Looks pretty cool. I don't really run guy skins too much, but he's cool. The I'm without the helmet. Now let me tell you, dude, without the helmet, I think it looks really cool. I definitely give it like a 9 out of 10. It looks cool. This hybrid, he's alright. I don't know, different colors and stuff. He's alright. I haven't worn this skin since I bought it when it dropped. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's just, I don't know. I just don't like how it looks now. Love Ranger, he's classic. He's cool. The Black Lynx looks cool. Magnus, I mean, what is else there to say when if you see someone rushing you with the skin? I mean, it's just, I don't even know what to say. Easy kill. When you see someone rushing you with the Magnus, I feel like easy kill. Malice, super sick skin. Like, no, I bought this skin by accident. Let's just skip over that. I bought that one by accident. Ravage, or whatever, however you say it. It's pretty fire. Raptor, bought him a long time ago. He's alright. Skipping that. Power Cord, bought her right when she came out. She was rare for a while. I like her, but I don't really use her anymore. Panda Team Leader, don't wear it. Omen, don't wear it. Omega, Oblivion's pretty cool. I like Oblivion. Raven, nah, I don't wear it anymore. Rex, we're skipping. Rose Team Leader, she's don't really run it. Spider Knight's kind of cool. Ice King, nah, I don't wear it. Ice Queen's okay. Honestly, you got flames coming off the top of this dude's head. Come on, man. Like, what is this? John Wick Classic. Wukong, we're skipping that. Wild Card, just, I don't know why I bought it. War Paint, nope. Vertex, nope. Baylor, not feeling it. This skin, I was hyped about it, honestly. When I saw it in the shop, I was like, yo, the skin's cool, and then I wore it, and I'm just like, the hair is just not good, and I don't like it. Too big. T-Rex, Triceratops, it's decent. Visitor, not cool. This skin I don't like. Abstract, I don't know, I don't really run it. The guy ski skins I never wear. I mean, they're just whatever. Bandolier, he's alright. Battlehawks, nope. Crackabella, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Head's too big. This skin, it's just, I don't know, there's something weird about him. Cloakstar, he's Cloak Shadow, decent. Caster, whatever. I mean, I don't really like him too much, but he's alright. Bunny Brawler's cool. Bright Gunner, the back blink's cool, but the skin I don't really like. Beef Boss, my cousin made me buy this skin when he was at my house. I don't like it. Got him for the back blink, the pink cape. I know that the pink cape's pretty fire or whatever. Water skins, whatever you want to call it. Skydivers, they're DJ Yonder, nope. Dust, nope. Wizard Girl, she's kind of cool. Ember's cool, I like Ember. I like Fable. Hazard Agent,
Hello.
Ya,
Viendo YouTube.
¿cómo estás?
Viendo YouTube. Viendo televisión.
Yo lo busco ahorita ahí. Está bien.
I'm not feeling it. Gumshoe, not feeling it. This skin got gifted to me. The head
I don't know what I was thinking. Just brutal. Funk Ops classic. Firework team leader, kind of cool. Field surgeon, not feeling it. Warrior, this skin's kind of sweaty. I like it. Huntress, nope. Football skins, they were overhyped. Guy, Kenji, he's kind of cool. Lace is decent. Lil Whip, for the occasional trolls, you know, the Lil Whip. Lucky Rider, just bought him for the St. Patrick's Day, whatever. Malcor, I don't know how I feel about him. He's just too weird looking at this point. I don't know, he's weird. Onesies, alright. Nightshade, nope. Okay, I don't even know what to say. Mothmando, just crazy. Too much going on. Moonwalker, classic. Mission Specialist, classic. Maverick, bought him for the... An item shop. Alright guys, if you're new, plug the supporter creator code in, hit X. I'll show you, hit A. Let me type it in real quick so you guys know. Bada bing, bada boom. Type it in. Boop. Hit X. And it should be in the top right corner. There it is. GG. It's the game that I hit 7,000. It's gonna be a YouTube video. Yep. Let's go. See what we can do here. What's up, Cobra? What's my YouTube? It's the same as my Xbox gamer tag, bro. Scrub Assassin, what's up, man? That squad video was awesome. Dude, it was. Yeah, that was a good video. What's up, Cookies? What's going on?
I really just feel like camping straight.
Tent. The new block has endless math, I'm telling you. I haven't really messed with the new block. Honestly, I haven't really messed with it too much. iTunes card, bro. Bingo. Gotta be an Xbox card, man. What's up, Wills? Alright, Llama, I'll catch you next time, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Catch you next time. Thanks, bro.
now beating hard. I can't tell where the journey will end. Suicide, if you ever gonna let me know. Yeah, suicide, if you ever try.
Dude, Lucky Landing's been super good lately, man. I really, this might be one of my new top 3 spots is Lucky Landing. It's Snobby's really good. Good much. You think I'm sleeping on it? Wow. You hate to see it. You stole my kill, bro. It's all good, though. It's all good. GG's, GG's. Man, I had that dude in one shot. Kratos, thanks for the 50, man. Land at the block. Is it still that same one? If it's still the same one, I've been there. It's alright. Kratos, thank you, Mango. Yeah, I got stealed. How do I warm up? I usually don't warm up, man. I just start my stream. I don't really do warm-ups. Kinda just warm up on stream. What's up, Bubbles? I mean... Yeah, me. Let me see, what else, do I miss? I think... What's up, too good? Oh, what guns I went for, guy? I don't know, man. The TAC SMG I liked. Scotty Bot down again? I don't know where Scotty Bot's been.
Who's this? I was camping, nigga, cause I needed to fix something. That was the only reason why I was fucking camping. So you could just leave my stream, nigga. You won't be talking all that smack. Cause I don't like weird kids joining my stream like that. Talking about I can't, nigga. You will do the same, dog. Hey, look at this lag, son. He's 50 points, bro. What do you mean, bro? You know shit. It doesn't matter if you're my only viewer, nigga. It don't matter to me, dog. Matter of fact, who is this? If you know me, you know me. Nigga, if you really know me, you know I wouldn't be, nigga.
What new Spark 2 set? Every
But that's
Tuesday.
just not gonna get me mad,
Tuesday,
though.
we start. Every Tuesday.
It's not even that, dog.
We just maxed out yesterday.
It's yo. Who's that nigga? Who's yo? Fuck? Fuck am I supposed to know who the fuck you are? Damn, nigga. His pump does hit more than mine. GG's. 51 points. Oh, this nigga's Emmanuel. What the fuck is you on my stream? Bro, look at these kids, bro. What's up with this nigga spamming that junk? What, nigga? I don't.
This dude is shredding, bro.
Peace.
For someone that doesn't build, bro, this guy is shredding me.
Alright, peace. They use mine on God, dog. Shooting that pistol. Suck on my lip. Another stage, my nigga.
Alright.
Blue on blue.
I got you.
That's tough, because I don't even like this skin. Keep the strap on you, niggas think. Me, keep it, you be pulling up, I shoot at your beat. He's on D. I ain't playing no game. Who stay strapped, nigga?
There we go. Got some Tim Hortons. Nice, man. Nice. Got one right near my house. Yeah, I gotta get you on Epic, bro.
I stay strapped, man. Trying to play me. Sure, I'm about to get off, maybe.
The new
I'm gonna take a shower.
Shields, yeah, it's really cool. I think it's cool, but
I'm sleepy as fuck, dog. About to go into 4 hours stream. I'm probably gonna get off stream. Where the niggas joining my stream? Like, yeah, sure, I'm about to get off, y'all. I'll be on tonight for probably like a 4-hour stream. Peace.